Hello,
Hey, hey.
how you doing tonight?
Oh, it's a beautiful night in snowy Colorado.
Snowing there.
No, but it was, and it's hasn't melted in like 2 weeks. Uh,
It's been raining here today.
I'll take rain. I'll take rain. That's all good. Cold is no good. No.
Yeah, I'm good with the rain too. I don't mind the snow as long as we don't get the bitterness and the cold.
Yeah, that would be wonderful, but we don't get that.
Yeah,
Hey.
but we had snow on Christmas Eve, snow on Christmas Day. I'm good.
I don't. No, we didn't get that. No, we didn't. We just got cold.
Wow. I thought you guys got a snowstorm right before we did.
It was before, but it wasn't during Christmas or Christmas Eve.
Okay.
No, we don't get the nice stuff. Carl, hey.
Hi,
Really?
everybody. Yeah.
I'm waiting. Where is my little butthead?
Give him a minute. He'll be here, I'm sure. I'm not even seeing him on online right now.
No, no, no.
Actually, come to think of it, I hadn't heard from him in a couple of days.
No,
Four,
I haven't either.
yeah, I just checked. Last time I heard from him was on Sunday, and he was last active 2 hours ago.
Uh, Brad. Brad, the hell you doing? I agree with you one time, and you think that you own this shit? You better get your stuff together, dude. And Julie, I see that she. No, she's not on right now, but see.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's our newest show host.
yes, that's awesome. She's always been right there with us for quite a while.
She has.
Clarissa, hey, haven't seen you in a while.
She's actually going to be bringing her show back next week, I think.
I saw that. That's awesome. I'm glad she's going to.
It's
Um,
about to.
who is it? Okay, so she's bringing that back. Julie's going to be on a show, and
Show is on
so,
Tuesday nights with Don and Nick.
yeah. And then
Mhm.
this coming week, I'm going to be on a show with Jen. We're going to be doing readings together.
Nice. Nice. We got all kinds of new stuff coming.
We do. My grandbaby's trying to get in here and try to be able to chat. She's watching, but she can't chat. So
That's odd.
they grew up way too damn fast. She's 10 and just got the internet. So yeah, here we are.
Oh boy, and a whole new world opens up for her.
Yeah, it does. Well, grandma's going to close it down because she keeps talking about boys. Um,
Yeah, not happening.
that is my announcement right now. Jeremy.
Hey, I'm the spoiler, so um, conspicuous by their absences. Eileen is at a ceremony tonight. Hopefully, she is in the running for some awards. Hopefully, she will win. Um, I told her next week I want to see some trophies on the show. And then Nick, he is actually doing a filming project. He should be wrapping up here anytime now and hopping on. But
Yeah,
I know,
Nick. Nick. No,
yeah,
sir. Get your timing straight.
yeah. Normally Nick hops on right before we start the show. But he told us about 10 minutes or so before we started that he was wrapping up what he was doing. Then he'll be hopping on.
Yeah, he gets one free pass, and that is it. Nick, get your ass on here. Who
Oh,
do you think you are? Famous now?
he used that about 15 shows ago.
Yeah, you ain't famous. Come on, get your ass on here where you belong. Get your shit together.
Uh, Nick had a bit of a rough time the other day. He said that his basement flooded.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he was talking about it a bit. I hopped on late on the Tuesday night show, but when I hopped on, he was talking about how his basement had flooded. Clarissa, I was sick and I lost my voice, and my voice is slowly coming back. Last week I could hardly talk.
Aw.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's why
why
I
is this
enjoy
great?
it.
All right, Addison. If you can't see people talking, you're on the wrong chat, girl. Just type in and say hi.
I'm gonna try something here.
She says she can see and hear us, but she doesn't know where to type. What, Andrew?
Oh, tell her. I think I get it. Tell her to click on the video. Click on the video screen, and then the video will actually blow up to the full screen, and then you'll see a chat on the side of it.
Did you hear that, girl? Oh, that might be her. Did you say hi, Addie?
I'm going to the page right now to see if that is her.
She's 10. She doesn't know if she's
That's not it.
asking permission or not. So
No, that's not her. That's actually somebody named Robin. Hi, Robin.
okay.
Yeah, just click on the video where you see us, and then it will automatically come into full screen. Then you'll see a little chat on the side, and you'll be able to put comments at the bottom.
She doesn't have her mom there to help her, I don't think. There we go. All right.
So, any news on your end?
Not anything big. We were talking about going to a place in Cripple Creek, but the prices they're trying to give us are absolutely crazy. And I don't know. I just don't think we're going to do that one. There's some people that we're going to do one in July that's going to be pretty cool. And then we have a residential this next weekend. And Mimi, well, I say Mimi and her husband, but Mimi and her husband's going to wait outside. Zach and I are going to do the investigation with Mimi. There we go. Okay.
I think I see what hotel you're talking about. Hotel St. Nicholas.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. $2,400 for 2 days. I don't know about all that. Oh, Clarissa's. What's she talking? I'm editing my announcement right now. Is she talking about her announcement for her show, or what's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be happy to see her back doing her shows.
There's been people asking her about it.
Well, yeah. She was awesome.
And then she was asking me about if she could have the 7 to 8 slot back on Friday nights. I was like, it's always been yours. I never took you off the schedule.
Yeah. For the show returning. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome because you were good at it. You enjoyed it. Why not?
So I'm seeing pictures of the hotel here. It doesn't look too bad.
It doesn't, but I was looking at some of the dates like before we were going to go. And these dates are like, I think that what they're wanting us to do is buy every hotel room in that hotel so we can investigate the whole thing with the attic and all of that. And no, no, I didn't wake up rich this morning, so I'm not sure about all that.
Yeah, me neither.
180 a person, and there has to be 25 of us.
One, that's too many people.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah.
Yeah, looking at the pictures of the hotel, I would say 10 people max.
Yeah.
If that.
And those 10 people you would have to trust to keep their mouth shut.
Yeah. Exactly, Rich. Too much audio contamination, but well, it's not just audio too much everything contamination.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly. I agree.
And by having many people, you run the risk of not having much activity there at all.
Right. And the other night we did an investigation here, like at our house, and it was me and Mimi. Well, of course, the guys stayed downstairs watching a game, was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then there was.
Well, at least
Angie,
when you were in the room, we watched a game.
I don't care what the hell y'all did. We were having fun.
Wow. You
can now wow that TV all the hell you want. I don't care. But anyway.
Had the bar turned on.
Wait a minute. Whoa. There was 2 men downstairs. What kind of bow chicka wow wow shit you talking? Yeah, get. Oh wow. Anyway, I think we need to have a discussion about some things later. But yeah, so me and Angie and Paul, her husband, and
this is
there. Huh?
This is Eileen.
What's Eileen? Facebook user? Girl, you know better. Put your butt on there where you belong. Now,
trophy yet?
How are we doing? Like, show us what you look like right now. I know you got some red carpet shit going on.
Yeah.
You gotta be looking cute. But yeah, so we stirred up some shit, and we got some names that I don't know where they came from, and some names I do know where they came from, but the other people didn't know, and so it's like, okay, well, whatever. And then the next morning, Zach, Mr. Skeptic over here, says, "Hey, there was like this black thing standing over
the friend.
What? There was what?" He says, "Yeah, there's this black thing. Hey, Brad, nice to see you made it."
Eileen, Universal page.
I'm on Jeremy's page. No, you're not.
No, Eileen, you're on the Universal page. That's why you're showing up as Facebook user. Hi, Denise. How you doing tonight?
Hey. So yeah, since then we've stirred up some stuff, and I'm trying to fix it.
You guys paying for it yet?
Oh yeah, very much so. I'm guessing we just have some people that want to talk, and that's what it was standing over the top of me for, and it talked the next night. So hopefully it's gone. Oh, look. Post that picture. She's so cute. She is adorable. All 3 of them are adorable. I love it.
Let's see. No, not that one.
She's so cute. Yeah, sure. Ask Alexa to fix it, Brad. If I ask Alexa to fix it, you off this universe. It's gonna fix it. So let's be careful what we ask for, okay?
Okay, here we go. There we go.
Isn't she cute? They're all three. They're cute. Red carpet. It really says red carpet behind them.
I
Ladies, that carpet's white.
Yeah. And I was actually expecting Eileen to be in a red dress.
Oh, I was too. I clean up, okay, even heels. You're cute, Eileen.
Eileen can't even see the heels.
Yeah, but you are tall that way, so yeah, we're good.
Sure. So she's in the running for awards from Hometown Magazine.
She is very cute. And we'll forgive her for missing tonight because, you know, she proved she's actually somewhere she's supposed to be. So we're okay.
Yeah. And also she did say in 2 weeks she will be gone again for the same reason.
If she wins this time, Brad.
I think it's not the same thing. Eileen, correct me on that if I'm wrong.
Brad, get your butt on here. Brad, shush. We love you, Eileen. Good luck, hon.
Yeah, bring home a trophy.
That's it.
I know you win it.
Brad's at work. Well, then why do you think that you need to run that little, mouth? We'll leave it there. Jill, I asked where you were earlier.
Yeah, we were just talking about you being one of the new show hosts on the network.
Eileen is gorgeous. She's a sweetheart. Right? See, Denise is at work. Because you agree with me, right? Oh, I agree with you needing your butt kicked. We got that down. That's not an issue.
Yeah.
And when I get there, it will be all on video. I promise you.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have witnesses.
Oh, yeah. Ask JT.
He doesn't even remember.
He probably does not. You know, I probably better not because I haven't heard from him in a very long time. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a long time either.
I haven't either. Jill, come on. Come on the show with us for a minute. I don't want to hear your cooking. I don't look good enough bullshit. Where's Nikki? Yeah, well, yeah. Speaking of him, we'll get him when he gets on here.
Yeah, he's doing that filming thing that he's doing. Oh, she's making tea. He's doing that filming thing for his audiobook series, but I figured he'd have been done by now.
He's going to be done because I'm going to click it all off for him. Come to Indiana doesn't mean you can find me. Oh, bub. Oh, no. We're not talking about Indiana. I don't have to come there to find you.
Brad, remember this. I got your address.
I don't even have to be there to find you. You don't know. I could do that voodoo hoodoo shit. You don't know.
Yeah.
I can find your energetic lines. Trust me. Do not blame me if he comes up sick tomorrow, because no. I'm working. I don't have time for that. And I'm never home. You don't have to be home.
He's at work a lot.
It's where he needs to be a lot. Denise, I know you travel way, way, way too much.
Yeah. All right,
Jill,
now,
Brad,
pack-
Run, 1-2, we're coming for you. Jill, get on here. You can make tea on here. You're fine.
Denise, you and Ernie might as well just move to Indianapolis.
Oh, that would stink. No. All right, I'm gonna grab something real quick. Ooh,
Actually, come up to Fort Wayne.
I've heard a lot about that place here lately.
Well, Fort Wayne?
Yes.
I don't know anything that's happened here recently that would cause it to be in the news.
Really?
Okay, Denise, how about this? Move to Fort Wayne and then you can travel to Indy. That way, Ernie and I can share our love for biscuits and gravy together. Now, I have no idea where Agent just took off to. Anyway, yeah, my voice is finally coming back, slowly but surely.
I wouldn't be a travel nurse.
Right.
Go more south than I move kids in Tennessee.
I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm going to have Melody Knapp on 13th Dimension. For those of you who are not familiar with that name, she is a cast member of the Ghost Finders with Rob Thomas and Daniel Class.
Did okay, she's still okay. I'm guessing you're still a traveling nurse, Denise?
Mhm.
I know that stuff's hard.
Yeah.
With the job I do, I talk to a lot of them, and that's hard. There we go. Okay.
And plus, being in Indy, I know Indy very well. It is not the best city to drive in.
I bet. Is it anything like, oh, I don't know, LA?
Well, not like LA, but just driving on the bypass 465 is a nightmare no matter what time of day you're on there.
Yeah, I do know that I drove, was it? No, it was Alabama. I think so. Anyway, it was so hot that it was like standing. You had to wait and like move 6 feet, move 6 feet. And I'm guessing I had an old car because the AC kept going out while we were sitting. But anyway, it was really, really bad. And that's what that reminds me of. I've driven through Times Square on Friday night so I can handle just about anything. I loved LA, rush hour LA, compared to anything in Alabama, Tennessee. Yeah, nope. Nope.
I'll tell you what, I've driven through Atlanta, Georgia during rush hour.
It might have been Atlanta too.
Yeah. 7 lanes going one way. 7 lanes going one way. Terrible.
No way I drive there.
I've driven in New York City. That was not fun.
Chicago. I remember my dad. I was like maybe 10. My dad was driving through Chicago, and I remember him having a heart attack in downtown Chicago. Like he's holding his chest, and my mom's going, "What is wrong with you?" And then the next thing I remember, they were in a hospital somewhere. But yeah, nope. It's definitely defensive driving. Yeah. I love the country too, and unfortunately, it's not exactly where I'm at right now.
Some of the worst cities I've driven through were Atlanta, Georgia, New York City, Dallas. I hate Dallas. And then Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, I can do. Dallas, it's okay. Like, it's slow enough that I don't care. LA is the same way. Like, if it's rush hour, it's like, a couple of feet at a time. So that's okay. I can do that. There's some of those. Atlanta, no.
Hi, Terry. This is Terry Wilson.
Oh, hey.
Good to see you finally. I haven't heard from you in a while.
Terry's been through some crap for a little while. So
She
I'm
has.
glad to see her on.
Yeah.
Nashville traffic sucks. Yeah. I have not been through Nashville, thankfully, but
I haven't either.
I'm floating around out here. Oh gosh. People in Tulsa area. Oh no. I'm from Oklahoma. I would rather drive in Oklahoma City than Tulsa. It does not have their crap together whatsoever.
Eileen just sent me a picture.
Oh, look at the picture Eileen sent. Put that up. That is just so cute.
Yep, I'm gonna put that up too.
Oh, who's the girl that's with you, Eileen? Oh my gosh, she reminds me of somebody, and I'm not going to say it just quite yet. Okay. Why is this coming
I
up?
see a resemblance, but I can't think of who.
I worked in Nashville. Okay. Rich. Okay. So the girl that's with Eileen right now, anybody else want to take a guess at who she looks like? Not like it's a bad thing. It's not. I'm trying to think of the name of the show. Oh, never mind. I got it. Yeah. I just can't think of the lady's name. King of Queens. That's what it is. The wife.
Leah.
That's who she looks like.
Leah. Yeah. Kevin James' wife.
She's so cute.
Leah Remini.
Yeah. That's exactly who she looks like in that picture.
Yeah, I can see that. That might be who I'm thinking of too. I'm not sure, but she does remind me of somebody. I just couldn't put my finger on it.
What is that woman's name? Shoot.
New York isn't even in the top 20 for worst traffic. Oh boy. It's the worst traffic that I've ever been through.
Brad, you live in the country. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, Remini. That's her name. That's her last name, Remini.
Yeah.
I loved her accent. I don't know if she really talked like that, but yeah. That's exactly who she looks like. Yeah, well, I don't know about all that, but
if New York isn't even the top 20 for you, I don't even want to know what the other ones are because New York was the worst for me.
Clarissa, have a good night, hon.
Have a good night, Clarissa. So yeah, I'm really
Okay,
excited about the show coming back. I'm glad that the 13th Dimension is back finally. Um, I wasn't. Hi, John. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do with the show, but and I decided to bring it back. Okay, now California. Which one would
I
you
was
be?
talking about LA. That's not so bad. It's not. I lived in I lived in Oilsdale. Oildale,
I've never
California.
been through LA. The only thing I've driven through in LA was around Lake Tahoe.
LA
Which,
is not so bad. Come here, boy. Come on.
yeah.
You're okay.
Oh, John here is in California, and he's also watching us on Twitch. So welcome.
Get off of here. Oh my goodness. I keep getting these stupid news things. We're at in Cali, John.
And also, Pac-Man Paranormal have restarted their podcast as well on the Sunday night.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did.
I gotta
They-
watch that.
They just started up on Sunday night.
Witness protection. Oh yeah, that's okay, Brad. They're on my side. It's okay. We'll go with that. When you end up on a milk carton or a Jack Daniels jug, it's okay. It's all right. On our
Yeah, so-
Facebook. Okay, so I know where to find it. All right.
Yeah.
What part of Colorado? I am in Greeley, about an hour from Denver.
And I am in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Been to Denver. Have you been to any of the haunted spots in Denver, John? Boy, Nick is in trouble. He said a little late, not 36 minutes late.
I know. I was thinking the same thing myself.
Can I call on the phone? Call what
You don't.
phone, John? You can get on if you want to.
Yeah, there were a lot of places there in the Denver area that
You need to watch January 22nd, Squatch Man. Oh,
okay.
I don't have the app installed. What app, John?
There is no app for this. This is on StreamYard.
You don't have to have the app downloaded. Just click the link. We can send it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, Twitch. He's on Twitch.
It doesn't matter. He would have to go to the StreamYard website and get on.
9.5 hours of a show left. Brad,
No.
you just take your ass back to work and you don't worry about it, okay?
I'm hoping Nick hops on soon. I want to talk about what he's doing for that video project.
That video project, I'm going to interject all of like half the show on his little project there. Oh, Lisa Marie Presley rushed to hospital.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. Somebody said that she was in an induced coma.
Her mother says her daughter is receiving the best care and asked for prayers. I didn't hear about the coma, but I know they gave her CPR, so we got too many celebrities dying. Way too many.
Yeah, we just lost Barbara Walters.
We lost Twitch.
Honestly, I never heard of him until they started talking about him.
That's awful. She
Yeah,
was
we
trending
lost
on
Jack.
Twitter.
We also lost that one of the singers from Fleetwood Mac. Um, not Stevie Nicks, but the other one. I can't think of what her name is.
I can't think of his name either. I just saw a picture of him and his friend.
No, her. The other
The
female.
girl?
Yeah,
Oh no, that's not the
there was
one.
another. There was
Christine,
another
John
female.
said.
Yeah, Chrissy
Christine
McVie.
McVie.
Yeah, she was the other female singer in Fleetwood Mac.
Okay. That's not something I'd know about. I'm not that old, Jeremy.
Hey, I'm not that old either.
You're the one that's saying these names. I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Jeff Beck just that's okay, Denise. That's the one. Yes, that's the one I'm thinking of. That there was a picture of him and like one of his friends that was on there. That his friend was talking about devastated and John. Thank you. You lie well. Yeah, and you just made it up to the top of the list there, bub. Richard
That's
Channel.
all you ahead of Brad.
His big letter. I can't hear you, Grandma. Brad, because you can't hear me. Does not say my age. It says yours. Nice try, bub.
I'm looking online for recent deaths.
I saw it this morning. I don't remember what the heck it was, but I did see it this morning. It was like this guy and his friend, and it was Jeff and his friend. And he was like, he said, I can't believe it happened. I was devastated. And I was trying to work and do that too. So yeah, I probably had half my mind on one and half on the other and didn't do any of it correctly.
Oh, John is cooking and listening in the background. That's exactly what Jill does.
Denise, you are not. I think I'm quite a bit older than you are, actually. Cooking and listening. What are you cooking, John? Nuh-uh. Really?
I don't believe it.
Yeah, like she doesn't look anything near 50.
No.
She's awesome, though. I'm glad I got to know her.
How old is Ernie, though?
Turned 50. Wow, really? Some rice with onions and oh, that actually sounds really good.
And there's Ernie now.
Ernie. Hey, Ernie, do you like she's coming home after this, right? She only travels for a minute. You remember that, right?
Well, okay, Adrian, think of it this way. Denise, she's a nurse, so she can come home, kill Ernie, and bring him back to life.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure she'd actually bring it back to life after that one. Already had salad and some corn chips. Oh, wow. Okay, so you do eat normal food. Okay, I'll give you that.
Hello,
Hey.
yeah, I'm looking at this.
I can't believe you actually eat normal food because I was hearing rice, chicken broth, and onion. I'm thinking, ooh, almost keto, I guess.
Okay, I got to bring. I like that.
Who's Clarice Scott? I carry 200.
I like that response. Hi, Scott.
Does it come in like a needle form or does it come in a pew-pew form?
26 hours to live. Well, Ernie, you better make these next 26 hours count then.
John, are you like on a diet or what? Silence of the Lambs. Wow. So, Scott, since I don't get to see you on here very often, that grandbaby, that last picture, well, maybe it wasn't the last picture. The last one I saw was absolutely adorable. That baby is like your family, just completely your family. Eat all the biscuits you can in the next 26 hours. Yeah, right. Recovering from being sick. You didn't have COVID, did you, John?
So am I, John.
They gave Zach the shingles vaccine a few days ago, and I'm guessing that hurts your arm a little more than even the flu shot does.
He got what vaccine?
The shingles vaccine.
Oh.
Ask Ernie about his grandbaby. What? Ernie? What do we got there, dude? Who's he looking at? Yeah. I think Grandma was talking to him like off to the side, and he was trying to just like carry on a conversation. It was so cute. She's just $21.99 plus shipping and handling. Oh, well. The older you get, the higher shipping and handling goes because we get a little harder to handle. Yeah, that's the one I saw. I just like, I think I just put like a heart on it or something, but I could hear your wife talk. It was just so cute.
I haven't seen anything, but I don't get on Facebook much.
I really don't either, except to talk to people like on Messenger, but that came across there and it was just so cute.
Yeah.
I think Facebook is keeping me from seeing a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
Capricorn like her grandmother. Okay, I'm not sure where that's going, but I think I'll stay out of it. Brother, get to feeling better. Who?
He's talking about me. I'm actually feeling well. I was feeling bad at Christmas and New Year's, and I finally got over that. Now my voice is finally starting to come back. A week ago, I could barely even talk.
Yeah, I remember 2 weeks ago you were having trouble talking.
Yeah. So I'm finally over that hurdle, and now it's just a matter of my voice coming back.
Brad, don't worry. You and Ernie will disappear together. It's good. It's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody will know where you went. Don't know what to say.
Brad will disappear with Ernie in the woods in southern Indiana, and we can blame it on Sasquatch.
There we go. We'll blame it on somebody because the women ain't going to be involved.
Denise, can I share this?
Sharon.
Is Denise still here?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said she sent you something.
Yeah, I got it. I was asking if I can share this.
Olive oil and salt. Yeah, she said yeah. All right. Let me grab my soda. Oh. Where's the child?
Oh, I'm upstairs.
What's he doing upstairs?
All right.
You didn't get our food?
I don't want the food.
I do.
Okay, I'll go get you food.
Smell burnt chicken.
Yeah.
Ready?
All right, we're ready. Let's do this.
Here is Ernie's new boss.
It's always life at the party. Oh, she is so cute.
And he's even got a little bow in his hair.
He sure does. And does not act a bit ashamed about that.
And Ernie's got to hammer it up.
Oh, that's a little boy. Oh my gosh. That's a real man that can do things like that.
Mhm.
That is definitely a real man. I can't wait till Zach gets his face and nails painted. Because this little grandbaby of his definitely has control.
We have 5 grandkids.
We have 6, and yes, it gets a little crazy. Thank you. It gets a little crazy.
We are 50 minutes into the show, and Nick is still not here.
Big kids rule.
Well, when you think about it, no matter how old we are all still kids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I just got a picture of Scott and his grandbaby. What's funny? They look exactly alike. The face they're making is like exactly alike. I love that baby.
Ernie was forced.
You were forced. Because the little girl goes, "Grandpa, please." And that was the end of it. No hair, no dig. No, Scott, not what I meant. No. Find this.
I am so not touching that one.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
So I've been doing some more writing. Started a new story, but this one's going to be an actual full novel and not a short story.
Well, okay. So, how long is it going to take for that one?
Well, I started on January 4th, and I have restarted 3 times because the opening just didn't sound right to me. Until finally it hit me how I need to tell this story. So I started it a couple of days ago, and right now I'm only 7 pages into it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's not easy, but I am working on it. It's the bulk of the story is going to be set in the 1930s and 40s, but it starts in 1908.
That means it started with this house. Here's the hardest things about writing a story: the beginning and the end.
Well, Scott, I've actually got the ending figured out. It's just how I'm going to get there.
Denise, what is your book about? I didn't know you wrote.
I was telling Ernie last week that he and Denise, along with Todd and Leanne and Beth, should write their own book about Waverly. Because I'm sure there's enough stories between all of them that they could write their own book and no 2 stories would match. Or no 2 stories would be the same.
Yep. Okay.
Paranormal
So
Run.
Denise, is it you and Ernie? I don't even know if we want to say that, but yeah. So how you met? 505? Okay. Okay.
I was wondering if it was going to have something to do with Sarah. I was thinking How I Met Your Mother, the Sarah edition, the 502 edition. No.
That was me. That's the two grandbabies, the two grand girls.
Oh, these are your grandkids?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to put both of them on here?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both definitely grandma's attitude. Nick and Samara, what? That was hard. What I did not know is you can make somebody else's face do that shit.
Really?
Yeah. She was doing that. I sure wasn't. And she was thinking that was cute.
And there's the other one.
And that is Zach's pride and joy there.
Is that Scooby in the game window?
What's up, guys?
Oh
Hey.
my goodness, he joined us.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Took you long enough.
I was shooting a video project, so I had to finish it up before I got on here. Oh man.
Shame on you.
So what are we looking at?
Oh, that's just the grandbaby. That's Zach's little pride and joy there. My daughter runs a daycare. That's one of the kids from daycare. They grew up together.
Good night, Scott.
Sorry, my video.
Yeah,
looks
I
kinda-
told you to join us 20 minutes ago, girl.
Sorry, my video looks a little bit smoky right now.
It's all right.
Did your video entail smoking something?
You know what? I expected someone was gonna say something about that. No, it was a smoke machine I was using. It was I was shooting an introduction for my scary stories page that I'm actually gonna put together, and the fog idea actually was Jeremy's idea.
Does a smoke machine entail any kind of Colorado legal stuff?
Nope, not any of that stuff. It's just fog juice.
Okay.
You sure you're not in Colorado? Nope, I'm pretty sure I'm not. Oh,
I'm
Jill.
telling you, it's fun here.
Jill's calling me by my old-fashioned name. My God.
Yeah, so we were talking about grandkids and also talking about stories. I was telling Adrian a tiny bit about the newest story that I started a few days ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one here is going to take me a while. And
Oh.
I'm not going to work on this story all the way through. I'm going to write a bit of it, then probably jump back into one of my memoirs and then come back to it. Just kind of go back and
Okay.
yeah. Because the
Come
new
here, boy. What are you
one starts in 1908 and it's going to finish probably in the early 1940s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's not going to be a short story. This is going to be an actual book.
Wow.
Come here. Come on, boy. You're good.
I need to get back into the first one that I started called Smile. And
Smile,
get that one finished. I started writing that one 15, 16 years ago and gave up after I got to the climax. then I was having a hard time trying to get from there to the ending, which I already got the ending written. It's just a matter of getting there.
Okay.
What?
Expecting what?
I don't know what you're expecting, Brad, but
I don't know either.
It's that paranormal love story that.
woo! Okay.
Okay, so are we still in the basement?
Yeah, I'm in the basement as usual.
Okay.
Normally I'm at my desks because you guys know I have two of them. The reason why I'm in a different location this time is, you guys here, I kind of had an accident here in this basement. You guys here?
I was
No.
telling you a little bit about what I heard you talking about on Tuesday.
Where the hell have I been?
Yeah. So what happened was, it's like I already kind of forgotten part of it already. What happened was it was past midnight, and it doesn't sound related at first, but bear with me for about a minute. I was taking all my Christmas stuff and decorations down, and which, if people didn't know, actually the official Christmas season actually ended on midnight, January 10th, from church, obviously. So I started taking everything down. Then at one point I had to go to the backyard because we have like those LED lights, light it up, and I had them decorated, obviously. So I went back to go change the colors to their normal colors. And when I walked back in the house, I realized my footing was a little bit weird, and not sound gross, I accidentally stepped into some mud and some dog shits. So I had to go to the backyard to go use my God damn it. And so I went to go use the hose with the sprayer on it, and somehow it wasn't working. And my first thought was, well, maybe just part of the hose was bent, because like when you bend a hose, it doesn't show it doesn't have all the water coming out. Only for me to find out that part of the hose was broken. Like, you got to be kidding me. So I went back to the house, grabbed some duct tape, and I wrapped it around and make it, to try to give it some to hold on, hold the water through. I was finally able to wash it. It took me like 10 minutes to clean. But then when I was finally done, I went downstairs to the basement down here, which by then I was done with getting the stuff upstairs. I come down, I hear this noise, and it sounded at first like one of my cats was licking herself, but then I realized water was seeping through one of the windows down here. It got onto part of the wall, and then it got onto the floor. It didn't flood, but it soaked the entire corner part of the basement. I freaked out. I thought, oh no, this can't be happening. This really cannot be happening. I just thought, how much worse could this get? So I immediately ran up the stairs, and even though my parents were asleep, I told them what happened, and there was not much they could do. They said, Nick, relax, just water. And more importantly, it's clean water. So it just freaked me out. So as a result, I've had to move my computer over here until it's still drying in that area. So I was not happy with myself. I was pissed.
Ernie, are you serious?
Well, let's see.
I'm looking at it now.
Not yet.
Oh,
Really?
yikes.
Yep. I'm reading a story on it right now. She just passed away.
Wow.
I really did not see that. Last I saw, she had a pulse while they were taking her. They done CPR.
Yeah.
And that's awful. That's
Yep.
awful.
Hey, what's up, Jill?
She's a legend. Hey, Jill.
I had
Sorry.
In a second, you're going to take over for me because I got to go get stuff done.
Oh no, I know that's what I was doing. I was trying to get my chores done so that way I could focus on the show.
My
Oh my
chores are,
God.
I swear, never done. Never. It doesn't happen.
This is my break time, and it's back to chores right after.
Should have used Gorilla Tape. I knew someone was going to say that.
Yeah.
Gorilla tape.
Now I got to know right now, like after hearing this, what Ernie just said, at least I don't think she was that old, wasn't she?
Did that just happen
Well,
today?
Depends on what you consider old. Brad calls me old, so yeah. I
Wait,
guess
did
she
Lisa
was.
Marie? Did she just
Yeah.
pass today?
Yeah, I'm
Just
looking on
a few minutes ago.
Oh man.
She had a heart attack. They took her to the hospital, and they just announced that she's passed. She was only 54.
That's what I was just about to say. She wasn't even. She was
Wow.
pretty young.
Yeah,
And she
that
was
is
the only heir to Elvis's claim.
Yeah.
Even
And sad.
her mama is not an heir.
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, fly high, Lisa Marie.
Yeah.
54.
Whatever he just said.
If
Moment
I'm gonna
of
tell you
silence.
right now, we're just going to say this right here, right now. If I see somebody trying that bullshit with,
Oh, he's
Oh.
on you.
I am going to see, I'm going to get her on the spirit, but I swear you will not see another day if you do that
I know
shit.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, after what she did, after what he did. excuse me,
Anybody,
with-
anyone that does that. No,
yeah,
stop it. Let somebody be in peace. Just stop.
yeah, just knock it off.
From what I've seen, there's 3 of them that do the same thing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of, who she was, what she was, she's somebody's mama. She's somebody's daughter.
That's right.
I don't know. I don't think she's anybody's sister anymore, but she's somebody's family. So just please have some damn respect and don't
Yeah,
do that
absolutely.
bullshit. That's God, I hope not. Ernie,
Yeah, Ernie, that's exactly who I was talking about, Huff.
I wasn't thinking of anybody in particular. I just know some people do that, and I don't know. I'm not, I don't know it all. But damn it, why? Why do you have to try to get the fame, whether it's good or bad? Why do you have to do that?
Well, according to this, I didn't know this, but according to this story, she lost a son 3 years ago.
She lost what?
A son.
I didn't know that. I know she had twins that should have been like 14 right now, I think.
No, I think they're older than that because her daughter.
Then she had babies that were 11 in 2020, so they 13 or 14 right now.
She has twin daughters,
Okay.
and she has, I'm guessing, a son named Riley, who's an actor.
Okay.
And then
Yeah.
3 years ago, she lost another son, Benjamin, to suicide.
Oh my God.
Okay, I did see this suicide post today. Not a post, but like a mention of it. And then a mention of her 2 twins, that they were 11 in 2020, and that's about all I saw. But they're babies. I don't care if they're 13 or 14 right now. They are babies, and they needed mama. I don't know if daddy's in the picture. I don't know, but that's not okay. If I go missing, something happens to me, I get full permission to bring me over the spirit box so I can tell everyone it was Adrian.
Yeah,
Brad,
Y'all can
let's
talk
get
to
this
me.
right now. It was me. I promise you. You don't have to tell it over the spirit box. It was me. I found your ass.
so
And I
Riley
murdered you.
Benjamin's father is Danny. He was her first husband from 88 to 94. Her most recent marriage was to Michael Lockwood, and they got divorced 2 years ago. So-
That's yes, she is a celebrity, yes. But think about if it was us. Somebody got divorced 2 years ago. There's still those feelings are there of, somebody being at fault, somebody blaming.
There'd be a lot of
It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And now she's gone. We just all hope we don't get into that situation where that has to happen for us.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
When you get in your 50s, which I would not know about Brad yet. I am not there yet, dude. Not yet. But, when you get closer, you start thinking about mortality. You start thinking about immortality. You start thinking about what are you leaving behind, and who are you going to make suffer by not saying what you need to say beforehand. And you start thinking
I feel the
about,
same.
you don't have to be sick. You can be gone tomorrow. You don't have to be sick. You don't have to have signs. It happens.
Wow.
And
Shook-
you
I
start
need to-
thinking about, did you say something awful to somebody that you shouldn't have? Her ex actually did. See, yeah, that's great. I hope for his sake that there's not unresolved issues that he feels guilty about, because there's nothing he could have done about it. What he did right then was the most he could have done.
Yeah.
And I hope he knows that.
You can't put your blame on yourself. Like, I have a friend that just passed on Christmas morning, and I felt like they didn't really know what happened to her, but I felt like I got a lot of insight just from, how we are. And I could feel like someone asking in the background in her family, like someone I'm close to or someone I know better than her, that was it on purpose? And I know that that's like one of the first questions people ask when they're not really sure, like, how did this happen? Like, she's so young, she was only 30. And it does happen. It's like how you said, you start thinking of your mortality and what you're leaving behind and what's unsaid and what's undone, and maybe start making those connections now before it's like you take your last breath and it's just way too late to say I'm sorry, or even just anything, any kind of amendments.
Yeah, but it's not. For those of us,
For the last,
I know what you're saying, Jill. For those of us that get to hear the other side, that get to hear or feel what's been said, it's not too late. They know. Once they pass, they know. There's no more guessing about what somebody's thinking. There's no more, maybe wondering if somebody's mad at you or somebody said the wrong thing. They know. It's all, as soon as you're gone, it's known. There's no more of that. So there doesn't need to be any regrets at all. Brad, I don't blame your ex, dude. I'm going to find this woman. I swear, I'm going to find this woman. We're going to be best friends. I promise you.
Oh, the ex?
We will be the death of you someday. I promise.
I saw
Yeah,
a
that's-
thing once about
I can
exes
imagine.
where it's like, if you were on fire and I had just a glass of water, I would drink it.
Hey, you know what? I just thought of this. Think about
That's
this.
a nice way of putting it. Yeah.
Adrian, if you end up becoming Brad's ex's best friend, I could tell you this right now, because she'll be able to help you find him. X marks the spot.
That's it. That's exactly right. I bet we can get into some great conversations about Brad.
oh, I'm sure.
And we come back to
We
that.
can
Yeah,
friend both of us.
I tell you what, I can't imagine what he's feeling right now, or taking care of his kids. If those are his kids, I don't know. I haven't kept up with that story, but I've had.
Well, if they're only 11 years old, they have
Well,
to.
no, they're 13 now, 13 to 14.
Yeah,
This was in
he
2020.
was married to her back in 2006.
Yeah.
So they were married for 15 years. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that those are his girls.
Yeah. Now, I've been around enough to, I married what was, I guess I had daddy issues. Fuck, I don't know what I had. Anyway, he was 20 years older than me, and he considered me his trophy wife. We had a child together, and it's definitely a experience when you have an ex die. It's like, wait, whoa, hey, my mortality's right here. It could have been either one of us at this point. No, I'm 20 years younger than him, but that's not the point. This is our child that has to deal with this now.
Mhm.
And how do you tell your child that you don't say, he was an asshole anyway. You don't say, oh, well, it was going to happen anyway. We knew that. But I mean, what do you say to your child? That's like the biggest thing. The person that's gone is gone, and they know, what you thought, what you felt, what you said. They know. It's the child that has to live with that. And my child had to live with that, plus his brother committing suicide a couple of years later. So, and with him committing suicide, he didn't commit suicide. One of my medium friends, he didn't commit suicide, who hangs themselves with a phone charger cord. You don't. You know that's not going to work. But, at that point, it's about the children. It's not about what you said, what you thought, what you did. It has nothing to do with that. It's about the kids. No matter how old they are, it's about the kids. And that's what, I'm hoping that the dad of these two girls and the boy will step up and try to make them feel like it's okay. Like, that she's there. She is watching over them and she's not leaving. Yeah. Brad, yeah. Oh God, no. Why am I agreeing with Brad again? Brad, shut up.
Yeah, careful.
Don't say it.
I know, right?
You like she already did, so there's a second sound we're going to get in tomorrow.
My best friend of 25 years. She has good stories. But you know what? I disagree. If she was your ex, she was there for a reason. At some point, there was a reason. And there are good memories. It doesn't matter if I'm an open book. Everybody knows this. My first marriage at 16 was ended up being a child molester. That doesn't mean that there's still not good stories at the beginning till you found out that that's what he really is. There's always good stories, or you wouldn't have gotten there to start with. So, keep with that once they're gone. Speaking ill of the dead, yeah, I don't know that I believe that, because they didn't become any more of an asshole or any less of an asshole when they're dead. So, no, they're still the same person. But
To me, there is a difference between speaking ill of the dead and speaking the truth.
right. They didn't become any different once they're dead. Well, they might, but you're not going to know about it unless you can talk to them. Yeah, the things they did didn't change. That's all there is to it. Brad.
What?
I'm going to tell you what, there's another video out of what I just said. I swear you will never have children again in your life, dude.
Wait. This is what I was going to go for. What Denise
Energetically
said.
when the recipient. Yeah, that's yes, I agree. No. Denise, I don't see him going anywhere. You guys, honestly, I can't wait to see y'all's posts. Like when you post something, the hamsters, just what you did, Ernie's biscuits. I love.
I don't know about the hamsters, but I know about the biscuits and gravy.
Oh, the hamsters, they're hairless. They're adorable.
Oh.
Sorry, they're not hamsters, they're guinea pigs.
Bring that comment back up.
Yeah, I'm
Alexa
sorry.
Go
I
off
didn't mean
all
to
the time
go.
for
That
no
was my
reason. I'm
fault,
going to tell
sorry.
you what, Brad. You
Right
and
there.
Alexa will be buried together.
Right there, Sarah is absolutely right.
Yep.
And it really doesn't matter if the person you're speaking of is alive or dead.
Yes. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
But like Jeremy said too, truth is truth. If you're speaking the truth, there's nothing. I mean, you're not going around telling people, "Oh, this was just the worst person in the world, and he did this to me." What he did to you doesn't matter because you stuck around to have it happen. So if it happened more than once, I don't know what to tell you. You stuck around. But the truth is the truth about somebody. That's all the females on planet took a vote on Brad. Yeah, Brad
And Brad,
is gone with Alexa. When
And
he
Brad- well,
dies, so
Brad
does
just said
Alexa. I
this
promise
too.
you.
and Brad also said this too.
You know, you guys. Okay, we're gonna have this said right here, right now. Brad is talking about Alexa when he's gone. Another mentor of mine is going to move my dolls to the foot of my bed when he's gone because I have no family or friends to let me know he's gone. So my dolls are going to be moved to the foot of my bed. We're screwed. If somebody we are screwed because, yeah. And so all this is being said right now. So when it happens and I take pictures and put it on here, we're going to know why.
I tell everyone I'm gonna mess with all of them too. I'm like, I'm gonna write you notes on your foggy mirror, and I'm gonna make sure you know I'm
You
there.
know what? This would have been a perfect time to make those because my whole basement is still foggy right now. But I have no mirrors though.
So how did the fog machine turn out for you for the video?
It actually turned out pretty well but we only had a limited time because we knew that the fog juice, that stuff does go pretty fast.
Yeah.
So
and it's expensive. Shit, it's expensive.
the one I got, this was the cheapest one I was able to get because a lot of them were like $30 and over. This one I only got for about $20. And what was cool about this one, I mean, it's over here. It's still, I think, plugged in. But this is what was nice about it was it came with a cordless remote. So I was able to, because a lot of them for a while you always had to, you had to walk up to it and press the button. But this one had a cordless one to it. It's a smaller one, but this was still about $40.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Sarah, yeah, I thought about that, but first off, I don't know where you can get dry ice, and also it's
me either. Here,
it's dangerous to use too, so it's not worth the risk. But also,
That's dangerous stuff to try to use.
yeah, I didn't even if I wanted to, I didn't want to try to risk it. But also, the fans we're using them right now for the basement to dry up, and I don't know if I have the right fan to use. All right, now what did Brad just say?
I
Foggy mirror
we don't know.
Joe.
We're ignoring him.
Yeah,
Heck
you know
yeah.
what?
Heck yeah, I'm stalking you.
I'll actually do a quick demonstration just so you guys know like how the machine works.
Show us.
I gotta plug it in first.
Brad, I'm gonna tell you something, dude. If you ain't got somebody stalking you in the shower, you did something wrong in your life.
I'm gonna do that grudge effect where my hand's gonna be touching your head, and you're gonna be like, "What is that?" And I'll be like,
Okay, I'm gonna switch it over here quickly.
"The grudge."
What day is it?
So this
On the
is,
new version, though, he does that. He's like taking. Well, I guess they did it on both versions, but they reversed the version of the guy taking a shower, and then the girl's hand was on him instead of what was her name? Michelle. What was her name in the first version?
Michelle Gellar.
Yes, Michelle Gellar. Sarah Michelle, right? Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
So
That's right. But on the new version, which wasn't that bad to me, it has the guy in the shower.
I didn't think it was so bad.
I don't know.
I think that the intent for that movie was that it was supposed to be happening
Mm-hmm.
before and the same time as the first movie was.
Yeah, they connect it. It's all connected. He's like the real estate guy trying to sell the property.
Yeah.
And it followed, like the grudge followed the girl's family, kind of like all ties together.
That's a small fog machine.
Yeah, this is the machine right here. I'm waiting for it to warm up. Okay, so I'll wait until Adrian comes back.
Does that get like the whole room foggy?
At least a good portion of it.
Oh.
And by the way, Jeremy, I'm definitely glad I took your advice saying be careful like using these because the smoke, you said about the smoke alarms.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? The smoke alarms went off the first time.
You were warned.
I told you we found out the hard way when we use a smoke machine ourselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Listen
well,
next
and what was fortunate because it's just right above me. I mean,
Vaping, Nick. Nick is vaping, right?
I can see the comments from this distance, but you know what? Here, I'll demonstrate right now. It's ready to go.
Brad says you're vaping now. Look at
Oh,
that. You're
Jason's coming
vaping.
right back.
Nick is vaping.
He's vaping. Whoa. That
Yep.
is a lot of fog.
All right, let's unplug this. So yeah, you guys get the idea.
Ooh,
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sarah, I am a bit hoarse because I was sick a few weeks ago and lost my voice, and my voice is finally starting to come back.
He was at a rock concert and he was just screaming so loud all
Don't let him
night.
tell you that. Don't let him tell you that. He was yelling at me.
Turn it
No,
into
weren't you at the New Kids on the Block concert and screaming?
turn it into an 80s music video.
Like my vape, Brad.
I
Brad,
was in somewhere, all right.
you can't concentrate on one more. No, Brad. Work or type. You can't concentrate on both.
Work or
Because
time.
your sentences are not making sense, dude.
Actually, for him, if they're running, he doesn't have to do anything. If something breaks down, then he has to go and do something.
He ain't got to do anything anyway.
He probably tells Alexa to type for him.
Yeah, exactly.
Brad's telling Alexa to do everything. Call this person, text this person. Yeah, Jeremy, you're supposed to try the apple cider vinegar tea. I told you.
Now I
It's like
haven't,
a smoke just passing by. I just realized that.
I
I had
haven't
to put a disclaimer out. Not this last show because I wasn't on, but the one before that. Like, they saw me and Brad talking shit, and like they thought I was this evil person, and I had to
That's
actually
love.
put a disclaimer out. Like, look,
That's how we love here.
we really, I really do love him. I do. It's not. It's not anything
Don't
like
do
that.
it.
If I don't like
It
you,
is-
I
I'm
just
not
let it.
mentioning your name. Just go away.
It'll help your throat, like take out bacteria. That's it,
What,
mainly.
lemon?
The
Oh,
apple cider vinegar. It's like the only thing that I could drink when my throat, like when I couldn't swallow saliva and I had a really bad sore throat. I sipped a cup of that and
Mhm.
I felt normal again.
Vinegar, lemon juice. Okay, lemon juice cuts phlegm. Honey is like a natural antibiotic.
Honey
And
and
of course,
turmeric.
whiskey. Well, we all know what that does. I
Mm.
just don't give a
Whiskey knocks you out a little.
shit. Turmeric, turmeric. Yeah, I have not
Turmeric.
tried in hot
Turmeric,
water or
yeah.
milk. Oh no, nope. I'm not
Hmm.
drinking no hot. No.
Well, the honey, yeah.
My
All that's
machine
good.
runs good 99% of the time. That's the 1% that really sucks. And that's that 1% that I can just mentally go, screw you.
Hey, that's what I know it's more of a biker term, but hey, that it's called 1%ers for a good reason.
Well, it's the point
You know
1%.
what? Until I got with
Mm-mm.
Zach, I did not know what that really meant. Like,
What?
I had no clue. And
I
then
know
one of
what
my
it is.
friends on Facebook was like, yeah, I'm a 1%er.
Yeah,
I
I know that
reposted
term all
that.
too well.
Zach was like,
Nope.
what? He said,
Different
no,
story.
no, we don't do that. I said, what are you talking about? He said, that's somebody who's murdered someone. I'm like, oh, wait, no,
Yep.
no.
99% of people in society are including even some biker clubs are law-abiding citizens. It's the 1% that causes the problems.
And he told me, I was like, oh, no, that's not what I meant.
I put my 1% in my stories.
What's that?
I put my 1% in my stories.
Yeah, there you go. Old family remedy, it does work.
Mm-hmm.
I put it past it. No, I wouldn't either at this point because I'm old enough to not really give a shit, and I will justify whatever I need to. I don't care.
No, the true 1%ers don't ever admit it.
No, they don't.
No, not unless they're really stupid and they're like, yeah, I did this. Oh, well, see you in prison. Bye.
And there is that other
Be the
term that's called
1%er.
90. There is something also called the 99%.
I'm not going to be that 1%er because I'm not going to make you disappear. It's going to be, oh, I don't know. I went insane or spirits did it or I don't know.
The 99% way. Because there is that term also too called 99%er.
Mhm.
I'm the 99% that, you know, of the old women that'll whoop your ass and not give a shit. I'm going to be that 1% of grannies that they go, ah, she's old and decrepit. I don't give a shit. Oh, yeah? Watch this.
1% that sees the cryptids.
Sounds like a challenge.
Oh,
I
there
just-
was about 2 years ago. There was somebody challenged me to see if they could. They were like, "Yeah, I weigh 350 pounds and I can drink you under the table." Really?
Excuse me.
Okay. Game on. If I lose,
I
had
know.
fun.
It's a challenge.
Game on. Well, he lost big because we got pictures of him passed out on the bench while we went, bye, we're going back to the motel. See ya.
You don't dare women anything. We will
No,
kick your butt.
Don't you judge them.
All of us women the next day were like, we're here. Let's do this shit. We may look like shit, but we were like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, they're all,
Remember that, Jeremy? Nick?
all in all, with all things considered, Adrian, that was a fun weekend.
It was awesome. It really was.
Oh.
That next
Wow.
day, it was a little rough, but yeah, we had
Yeah.
fun.
Coke
I
and
proved my
rum.
point. That's all I needed to do. Out drinking like soda. Oh, Brad, you can have that soda. I'm not. No, I don't drink soda.
I don't like
We're good.
soda either.
I do
Tea?
drink it,
I
but
don't-
only once in a while.
Once in a while, yeah.
Damn it, the smoke machine is still puffing a little bit of smoke out. If you guys can hear that puffing noise, that's the machine.
Well, I
Now,
thought you turned it off.
It
Turn
it
it
is
off?
unplugged, but it does this for some reason. It does this psh, like
Oh.
I don't know
Oh,
if it's
yeah.
just picking stuff up, but it's unplugged now. But it does that for some reason.
Huh. That's odd.
It's odd, but that explains. That's also the reason why the room is still smoky as
Yeah,
hell.
Brad, I've seen you drink that 2-liter. That's
At a time.
Wow.
That
I'll tell
is
you what, you have that kidney stone, and you're in the
What?
hospital. Oh my god, I don't know why I hurt.
Right?
Why do boys
Oh.
do that?
yeah,
I
Brad,
don't do
it's
that.
not healthy.
That's not healthy at all. And even when I do drink
Not at all.
soda, like the times I do, I don't even drink that much.
I drink 2 cans a day. That's it.
I really, for
I
the
don't
most part,
drink
when it comes
one.
to-
Not nope.
honestly, when it comes to drinking soda, I really don't drink it unless I'm either out for dinner, like actually out with people, or if we're having a party, and that's it.
Right.
Coke and
Just
rum?
those two things. What's that, Jill?
Like Coke and rum or something like that? Like, is that what you're doing?
That's rough.
No,
Oh,
honestly, I'm more of a
Oh.
Sprite and root beer kind of guy.
Okay, me too. Root beer floats all the way.
Yeah, well, we're gonna leave alone what I drink.
I know Eileen's is wine.
Yeah, you gotta admit, Eileen will always
This
stick
is
to her
not
wine.
wine, but we'll go with that.
Okay. Who puts Irish whiskey in their coffee? Do you put Irish whiskey in it?
No.
Oops, it's
You're not.
Vertigo.
No. Vertigo. Yeah, I bet it does, Brad. I believe that.
Oh.
For some reason, root
Floats
beer
taste like
Peppermint.
lemon.
tastes like peppermint. What?
Hmm.
It don't
Sarah.
taste like that.
Interesting.
How long has that been going on?
Oh, for Sarah or for Brad?
For
Sarah.
Sarah. Brad, he's crazy from day one. I don't even pay attention to that shit.
No hope for Brad. Sorry.
No.
If anything, if he he might as well. Well, you know what? He might as. Oh, you know what? I'm not even gonna go there. Nope.
Okay.
Always.
I was just wondering, like, two things came to mind. Could it have been like you got COVID and started tasting things different? Or was it like you just like have wires crossed that things taste different? Dr. Pepper tastes like cherry Coke. Okay. I can actually see how that could happen.
Well, there is Dr. Pepper cherry, so you sure you're not drinking Dr.
Yeah.
Pepper cherry?
My taste has changed too, and I don't think I ever had COVID. So I'm like, did I have it way before we knew about COVID, and then it
Very
became
possible.
a thing?
There are some people who believe that they did.
Yeah.
I know I didn't, but what about like they talk about our tastes change every 7 years?
I believe it.
Okay, maybe.
Before.
I like the same things I always did. Now,
Yeah.
sweets, I don't care for. I'm really
Ooh.
not into sweets.
You don't like
You couldn't
sweets?
tell it by my gut, but
I'm
Wait a
eating
minute.
chocolate
Sweets.
nonstop.
Wait. I got to stop there. You say you don't like sweets
Sweet
and
and-
you like gummy bears.
Chocolate?
No. I like gummy bears that have THC in them.
What about
I don't
chocolate?
like just regular gummy bears.
Where's my other chocolate?
We
What
are
about
in-
chocolate?
Disclaimer. Yes. Disclaimer. We're in Colorado and it's legal. So
80% and the 90% of those.
Cacao. I gotta have my chocolate. See, I'm the opposite. I don't eat the gummies and stuff. But then again, like maybe if it was special, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Well, they say that as far as dark chocolate goes, that's really healthy for you.
I've heard that too, but here's the thing: I'm not really a big fan of dark chocolate.
Me
I
either.
just don't like the taste of it. I mean, if it's
bitter.
in like, I know like certain things like we've all eaten has it, like let's say chocolate chip cookies have, like if it's in something, I'll eat it then. But if it's like just the dark chocolate alone, I'm just not a big fan of it.
Well, probably because with the dark chocolate, it's a stronger taste than just regular milk chocolate.
Yeah, it's a stronger taste to it.
Raspberry.
I do like those, yes.
Yeah, if
Ooh,
it's like
this one.
mixed in, yeah, if it's
Salt
like mixed in
caramel.
with something,
We tried
yeah.
that.
This is good. And then this
That's
one's
nice.
for Sarah. Mint.
I
Now,
like
that I would like.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
gonna say like, see when it comes to dark chocolate, like if it's mixed in like with the strawberry or the mint, I'll eat it then. But if it's just by itself, I won't.
A chocolate spoon I haven't
Yeah.
tried yet for probably coffee
I
or
haven't either.
mocha. I haven't tried it yet. I'll probably eat the spoon before I try it.
Never did.
I guess for probably because the last 10 years or so, I was married to somebody that was like, that's not good for
Ooh.
you. You're gonna gain weight. You're gonna don't do
This
that.
one's good.
That's bad.
Truffles.
Although
Oh,
I haven't
wow.
tried those either.
Oh, I
Already,
love truffles.
already we have just learned that on Jill's bed, she has
Chocolate.
chocolate within reach.
Ah, I must have it.
Okay. So what nasty movie have you not seen that somebody is feeding somebody chocolate? Come on now. And it's in the bedroom.
Willy Wonka. Factory.
That was still pretty bad. He
Um,
was just too stupid to do it in the bedroom.
I hope someone will torture me by forcing me to eat chocolate. I'll pretend that I hate it, and I'll be like, "It's my biggest fear." And that way, they force feed me chocolate. I'll be like, "No, no more."
I can only think of like any movie as far as that goes, and this is actually something from my childhood. It was an episode of SpongeBob where it dealt with chocolate. There's this guy who they go to their first customer and they ask if they want to buy some chocolate bars, and he just goes crazy. He just starts going, chocolate! And he just starts chasing all over the place.
This actually
It
made
is in the bedroom, Brad. Do you see her headboard behind her? What
I'm on my
is
bed.
wrong with you?
And sometimes I wake up with chocolate wrappers around me.
You had no, I'm not going there. I'm not touching that one.
I didn't know that happened one time.
this here makes me think of The Simpsons on one of the Treehouse of Horror.
I know that one. Yeah.
Well, and the devil has this thing on here, and it forces him to eat all these
The
donuts.
donuts. It was Flanders who was the devil in that one.
Say
Oh,
bedroom,
yeah, I saw that one.
Oh. What's the red room? What the hell?
My red
Red
room?
room.
You
Why
can't
did they
see
shut
my
the
red
door?
room, Brad. You're not invited.
The red room is upstairs. It's a whole hallway.
It's a dungeon.
Yeah, there we go.
I have one. You know what? One of my recorded stories involves the red room. True story.
Yeah. Jeremy, you
You're-
remember
what?
that last week we were going to do an investigation here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So downstairs, nothing happened. Main floor, mom and dad were there. We just kind of skipped it a little bit. But I had two mediums here. Two. We go upstairs. We turn on, I don't know, some kind of we're going to say a REM pod that doesn't work. We'll just leave it at that. Without the antenna, it just doesn't work. None of my equipment was up there except for a recorder. And then everybody else's equipment was up there. We got a few names. We got a few things that, made sense, some that didn't. We asked mom about them. She was like, yeah, I know what this is, but I have no idea what the heck this is. And we left it alone. So I was looking through old newspapers and found a couple of the scenarios that kind of made sense. And then the next morning, we get this, oh, there's this black figure standing over your side of the bed. What? Excuse me? I guess it wanted to talk and I didn't. I don't know. But we're going to do it again this weekend. And we're going to get a little more serious about it. But that red area up there,
Mm-hmm.
it screams two things. One, whorehouse. Two, in that corner, everybody says there's a portal. Okay, well let's deal with this portal right now.
Mhm.
Let's
It's a
deal with
dizzy.
this
It's
shit.
a dizzy spot.
Oh yeah, very much so. Between that corner and the bathroom. And the bathroom, I understand, because if somebody doesn't understand what their vertigo really does, it's like it goes like it's really off-centered. The wall goes this way in one direction, this way in another direction. It's just built really crazy. So if you're not understanding that it's really your eyes doing that and not your vertigo doing that, it gets a little crazy. But I had one medium in here that was like, nope, I can't do this. This place is crazy. It's one of my favorite places in the house.
I feel like drunk people walk by it in that corner and they stumble a lot, like in the past, for some reason.
And
Like
we
they're drunk
found,
and they're like running into the walls.
oh yeah, I definitely believe that. Me being one of them. Several times, but I do believe that. And the neighbors would say that they see like all you see is red.
Yes, Brad.
Like the wallpaper is red, the carpet is red. That's all you see. So what you're saying is, yeah, Brad,
Yes, Brad.
I'll take a picture and send it to you. Like I don't think you could literally physically be in there.
Brad,
Like, even
because
the
you have
picture-
vertigo. I have
Yeah.
vertigo, but when you step in that and you're empathic, even just slightly, like he's a little sensitive, you're gonna feel like you're spinning. You're like I'm thinking like a twister, like the tornado. You're gonna feel like you're in that. You step into it, and then once you walk away from the corner or walk away from that hall into a different room, then you'll feel a change. It'll go away.
Yeah. And that's
Adrian,
what
not only in
every
that one room, or did I take a tour of the house when I was there?
I don't think you went upstairs, did you?
I can't remember. I remember
I don't think you did.
room.
You went to the basement
No,
though?
because I had never been upstairs while you were here. I hadn't been up there before because his brother lived up there. So I had never been there. But once we moved in up there, it was like, oh, wow. And the neighbors would say, okay.
Veneers.
The neighbors would say, like, they'd see nothing but red up there. So they equated that with a whorehouse or a brothel or, you know, whatever. But when
Or
I got
house.
to doing research
Or
on the
house,
house,
yeah.
it was actually built in 1908 and it was
Mhm.
sold after 1950. So,
Hmm.
Sarah, the place is my house. It's my husband's parents' and grandparents' home. It's crazy. It's definitely different. We're gonna put it that way.
The thing I do remember was that when I went there, I felt like I was stepping straight back into the 1970s.
Yeah, and that's about the time, I guess,
Mhm.
56 would be about the time that his family owned it, and 56 to now. It's been this will be third generation that owns it. But even before that, we have pictures of the people that did own it. They called him their last name was Swanson, but they called him Swede. Swanson was the guy's name, but his real name was something different. But there was a kid got killed out in front of the house because it was a dirt road. And they were out there playing some kind of game and a car hit them back when cars were moving very slowly. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, he built a park out behind the house, which is now Kiwanis Park. And there's pictures of them in 1950 with him and his kids and in this house and all kinds of things where he had just started building the park, wanting to help kids. And so we're trying to get the timeline straight because something's not making sense with the timelines.
Well, have you been to the library to research the history?
No, but we need to because the stories aren't lining up quite right with the years. So we need to actually get some confirmation there.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say there's got to be like a library or city
Now-
hall or a historical society to look up the history.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
with this person being kind of famous building the park, that I think we could get some real timelines there. I hope.
I just went on. I had to send an email. I just went on AOL, and the first thing that just popped up was about Lisa.
AOL. You've
Yeah.
got mail.
AOL still
AOL.
exists?
It's
What?
It's AOL.com, the website, not the actual program. I still have an AOL account.
Me
But
too. I still have my original handle, and I was like, not college.
as I went on the page, the first thing they just showed was Presley's daughter.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that'll be the biggest.
AOL.
Lie.
Huh.
Do you guys
That
remember
goes
that
along
movie?
with, I don't know, what was before Yahoo? MySpace?
Yahoo.
Oh,
I thought Yahoo was before MySpace too.
Was
well,
it?
I remember back in the day there used to be something called Netscape.
Mhm.
That's here. I'm looking it up right now. Let's see which one came first.
You sure
Okay,
you're not
Yahoo
old?
was Yahoo, which was originally called Yahoo Inc. It started back in 1994, January of '94, and then AOL, on the other hand, started. Oh, wow!
You
It
make that
started-
sound like
oh
it's a long time
Like
ago.
in 2000, you know?
This was definitely a long time before Yahoo. It started back in 1985.
85?
1985, it says.
Oh.
I was
May of
11
1985.
in 1985.
What's
I
that?
still 11.
Wow. I didn't
There used to
exist
be
yet.
I don't know how old I was.
dial-up
Let me see.
internets, really?
I'm gonna count with my fingers.
Yeah, I was nothing back then.
Well,
I
you
was-
were, but we won't go
I was
into what
8.
that was.
Dial-up internet.
I was only 5.
Aww.
Remember dial-up internet? That was the worst thing in the world.
Oh, I hated it.
It was the best thing in the world if that was the first experience you ever had. Oh, wow, you can connect. I don't care how long it takes, but you
Shoot.
can connect.
Who's
I
right?
sat there and watched that screen for like 5 minutes to connect.
But we got to connect.
And during the last year that I had,
I read
I was downloaded an album.
Rich wants to know how many
No.
use dial-up. Right
Brad.
here.
I never used dial-up.
Brad.
So I don't even
Nikki
know what
did
that
it.
is.
Lucky.
Oh my God, Brad.
Brad.
Yeah.
If you are not on this internet tomorrow, you'll know why.
Brad. You're
I
gonna
don't
get
even
it.
know. Okay, so I'm gonna have to ask, what is dial-up? I don't know what that is.
Stop it.
Oh my God.
Okay, watch You've Got Mail.
You.
Watch
Okay,
You've Got Mail.
Rick doesn't know what dial-up was.
let's put it this way. If you were on dial-up and using the computer, you had to get off the computer if you wanted to make a phone call.
Oh,
Okay,
poor
does
Nick.
anybody have that dial-up tone that we can play for Nick?
Yeah, somebody play it. I think Eileen had it. Jeremy,
I
love
Jeremy
Brad's
find
Brad,
it.
you are not that fucking old, dude.
It's not my fault if I don't know what it is.
Brad's 40. He should have used dial-up.
That was okay. Now I got to look up to see when dial-up first started.
Oh my God, Nick.
If you can play the dial-up tone.
Hey,
And
I'm
this is what, when we clicked internet, we had to hear this tone until it connected.
here. It is.
Here we go.
Fax machine. I know it's not a fax machine sound.
Oh. A little bit hard on the ears. Yikes.
Are
That
you
was-
Oh, it
here?
gets worse. It
Okay,
gets
you know
worse.
what? Okay. I guess I lied. I guess I do remember what that was now.
It goes for like 5 minutes. It goes forever, like the dialing, and then it hangs up, hangs up, dials until you finally connect.
it's giving Brad PTSD.
And then someone picks. No.
PTSD.
What about when someone would pick up the phone and at home, and then you're like barely connected, and they're like, "No, you just picked up the phone."
Yeah. Oh, it was terrible.
Started back in 1992. Okay, so it came
Hey,
out a year
terrible
before. I
or
was
not, we got to connect. That's what mattered back then. We got to connect.
Yeah.
I remember back when it was during my last year in high school. I remember going to a place. It was called Lyric.com, and that was where their chat rooms were at. I think those are the first chat rooms on the internet, and there were different kinds. You can go in there and talk to people all over the country.
Chat room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Revolutionary at the time.
There was a website. It still exists now. It's not a social media site, but it was one of those websites that did have a chat room to it. It was and this was obviously during my time where I was growing up, really learning a lot about like slasher movies and horror movies. There's a website and there's a Facebook page to it. It's called Dark Angels Realm of Horrors. And it was, I now know it was a website that came from the UK, and they would have like these Friday night chats, these chat rooms. Even though I was only like 12, 13 at the time, I really wanted to be part of these chats. But the problem was you had to sign up for it. And now years later, they finally made it open. And I'm thinking, okay, finally, after years of this, I can find. Of course, now there's nobody on the chat, so it's just me. It's just me.
You
on the
by
damn,
yourself in a chat room.
like, hey,
I
is
would
anybody still-
jump from
anybody
the
here?
chat room to chat room. I would jump.
That website, oh my god, that website
Okay.
used to be. It used to be
So,
such an awesome
Sarah,
website.
yes.
Chat rooms called CD
First
radio.
was the
CD
Commodore.
radio.
Okay, so yes and no.
Message board.
Yeah.
There's a little story about that.
Message
I was
board. That's
dating-
what it was.
At 16. We're not going to go how far back that was, but I was dating a guy who worked on semis, and he was still in high school, so let's not go there. But His dad owned a shop, a semi repair shop. I got on the CB just because I could. I was driving his truck illegally because I was 15. But we get on the CB and I was like, he was working till 11 o'clock at night and I was out driving his car. And I got on the CB and it was like, this guy was saying, my truck broke down. And we lived in a town where my dad was like the boss he was a veterinarian for a beef slaughter company. And so I was on that CB going, yeah, talking to people. And this guy goes, I really need help. My truck broke down. I don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, wait, my boyfriend can fix trucks. My stupid ass goes to his location, 15 years old. And I'm like, yeah, he'll be off in just a little bit and he'll come fix it for you. I'm standing here with this guy. I have no clue who he is. In a semi. No clue who this man is. I called my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, when you get off, this guy needs help. And he's like, he's willing to pay you a case of beer to do this. My boyfriend doesn't drink. He don't give a shit about the case of beer. But he does come out and help him, which is what we used to do back then. And then I get the lecture all the way home. You could have been raped. You could have been hurt. You could have been murdered. At 15 years old, that doesn't cross your mind, period. It doesn't.
Nope.
I got married at 16. Yeah. To another 16-year-old. He's at work. I'm driving home. And this I've never seen a guy with a sign before. Now we see it every day, but I didn't then. Said, we'll work for food. I could not pass this guy. My dad was a doctor. I didn't see this. I was sheltered. So I see this sign and I'm like, no, he's hungry. I cannot do this. We are not on food stamps. We are not on any of that. We are eating hamburger helper in a roach apartment. But he's going to eat. I don't care. He is going to eat. If I'm eating, he's going to eat. I put him in the truck. I take him home. I feed him. And he's like, well, what do you want me to do? I'll work. I'm like, nothing. I just want you to eat. That's all I want. He eats. I take him back where he's supposed to go. I go get my husband from work. I tell him what happened. He's like, are you effing stupid? I'm like, I guess, but I'm not hurt. He ate. Everything's fine. He's like, no, you don't understand. He could have murdered you. He could have raped you. You were in the apartment alone with him. Yeah, so now you wouldn't do things like that. But back then it was like, yeah, he said he's hungry. You're going to feed him. That's what you do. And I'd probably do that now too. But
I've done it too when I was that age too, although not as extreme. It was just with me, it was just a guy who came up. He was actually only coming up to me just to ask for directions because he said I guess his car was not working or something like that. And I was 16 years old too, and I was walking home from school. And even if he tried doing something stupid, there were cars passing by. Plenty of parents and kids were driving by, and he was just asking me about, I think it was like a gas station or a repair shop where he could take his car at. And I just simply said, yeah, if you just go that direction, you should be able to. And he never asked me to say, oh, can you come back to the car and see this for me? It's like,
right. Yeah.
Even as I look back now, I mean, I told my parents about it, and, unlike, and what Brad just said, it was a different world. For me,
it was.
Even for me, I'll say it anyway. Even in the early 2000s, because this was 2009. Even then, it was not looked down upon at that time. It was just an accepted thing. If someone needed help with something, as long as they didn't take you, to their car or whatever, then it was no big deal. Of course, today it's different. You see,
You can't even trust if anybody actually needs help or not.
yeah, and this
You
was
know,
this was like a guy in his 50s, and I didn't get any vibe or threat that
Yeah.
this was someone I should
Yeah.
run away from. He just, after I told him where he had to go, then off he went, and then he drove away, and then I went my direction back home.
Yeah.
you know,
used to
I
pick up
can't
people.
say I can't say I regret any of that. Of course, I don't regret that. But later, when I was in Carlsbad, which is only a few years ago, there was an old man, and there was more homelessness in Carlsbad than I ever remember seeing, except for maybe here. And this old man, and I mean, he was pretty old. He was telling me his story one day. He lived in a tent behind Walmart, and I'm like, what? And he told me a story. He's like, my son lives here. My wife died, and I sold the whole trucking company, everything I had. She died. I was done. Okay. He said, so I moved here with my son. My son ended up being a drug addict, and then I left. It's okay. He said, I'd rather be in my tent than be with that. It's like, okay, I get it. He said, I have cancer, so it won't be long before I'm with my wife. That's all I want. I'm like, what? He's got to be on drugs. There's something wrong. So he tried getting an apartment with one of his homeless friends. And he was like, they wouldn't pay. They both got SSI or whatever it is they get. He said he wouldn't pay for his part, so I lost my part. It's okay. All right. And I said, so we would just like take turns every year. Come home with us for Thanksgiving. Just come home with us. And he would take turns with one of us for Thanksgiving. Everybody loved this man. And then when I was working as a waitress, he came one day and he said, I said, are you hungry? I'll feed you. He's like, no, I'm okay. Said, no, you're going to sit down. You're going to eat. At least biscuits, gravy, whatever you want, you're going to eat. He's like, yeah, well, okay, I'll eat one. So he did. And he was in his probably late 60s, early 70s. I don't know for sure. But I fed him, and he came back about a week later, and he gave me this little, it was a little broom, probably about 6 inches, smelled like cinnamon. And he said, I got this out of the dumpster behind the dollar store. I'm like, okay. He said, and I got you these gloves too, because I know you like to garden. And they were brand new, but they were still in the package. They'd thrown them out. It's like, that's really sweet. Thank you. And I went to go get him the next year for Thanksgiving. He said, no, I've actually got this person taking me home, but I'll come eat with you later. I was like, okay. It wasn't cold, but it was like October in New Mexico, maybe November. And it really doesn't snow there, really get cold. But somebody told me, they said they found him in his tent dead. I said, what? No. But I remember the last time he said anything to me, he said, I'm going to go be with my wife. And please don't worry about me. That's what I want. I want to go be with my wife, but I won't commit suicide. And that's what he did. He laid in his tent and died. And when they found him, I was like, it's okay. I know where he's at. And that's what he wanted. He's fine. He died in his sleep. He died peacefully. It's like, no, that's okay. That's what he wanted. But, you know, things like that you don't forget, because I took him home, I don't know how many times, just to feed him and have him be a part of the family. He was awesome. He never tried to take anything, ask for anything. He didn't even want to take your food when you fed him. But those are people you don't forget. Now, had I been killed trying to do something like that? Okay. That's okay. Because I was doing what you're supposed to do. So if I was killed, all right, fine. I wouldn't regret it if I did.
Mhm.
Now, around here, you definitely think twice about things like that. But, you know, you like Nick said, you kind of get a vibe,
Mhm.
whether somebody's good or they're bad. Now, you could be wrong, yes. But if you are, okay, that's fine. At least you did something good.
Yeah, I've gotten in trouble too a few times when I would tell my family, like, oh, I saw this person and I went to help them. And you need to stop doing that because one of these days it's not
Mhm.
gonna work out for you, in that way. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like you. I just like you. I just felt like they
Yeah.
really needed help, and you can kind of tell. Well, for me personally, you and I guess we know, it's really just helping somebody out, and I didn't pick up the sense of evil, because if I pick up that sense, then I'm gonna be really wary and just keep very
Yeah.
cautious. But you just got to go with that intuition that you'll know when something doesn't feel right, doesn't vibe right, the energy, you'll pick up on that. But the people
Yeah.
that really honestly need that extra help, like you probably made an influence on their life that day a lot. And a lot of people don't realize how grateful someone is when they're dealing with something, and for them that day could have been the vital moment that they were in
Yeah.
in a crossroads. And then your kindness helped them that day to realize, like, there is still some hope in my life and I could turn this around, or just to give them that type of hope or something for things to go get better.
Someday we'll know. We'll know what happened to that person. We'll know if we actually made a difference. We'll know if, maybe the butterfly effect, we maybe made a difference on their child. I don't know.
Mhm. Didn't we
But
talk about that, Nick?
yeah,
The butterfly
Yeah,
effect.
we did. We did
Yeah.
at one point.
I'm not going to stop doing it. If it ends up killing me, okay.
Mhm.
I'll come back and haunt their ass. That's okay.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
that it's okay.
Mhm.
That's what we do.
Mhm.
And back then, of course, I was 16, 15. Do we know what an empath is at that point? Not if we didn't have family that told us. Not if we weren't in that world. No, we didn't know what that was. We just followed our gut. That's what we did. And I didn't know what that was until 2 or 3 years ago.
Mhm.
But I'm not going to stop doing what I do.
Mhm.
There's been lots of times I've said something or done something that, okay, maybe it made a difference in someone's life, maybe it didn't. But you walk away knowing it could have. And if it did, great. If not, they're stubborn and I don't know what to tell them. But, that's the way it is. Eileen's talking about leaving an investigation.
Mhm.
Yeah. I was 16 when I was out fishing with someone. It was just me and him, I thought. And I just kept thinking, we're not safe. There's something wrong. Let's go. There's no reason to think that. I was 15 years old. Come to find out, there was somebody who escaped prison and was
I'm
out
like,
there.
yeah, I was like, I could see someone peering, watching you, and then you felt like, okay, something's not right. We got to go right
Yep.
now.
Yeah.
And you just got to go with that. Don't look for it, because that was
Yep.
bad news. Had you gone looking for it or stayed where you were and ignored it, like, it was going to be
Right.
bad. It was going to be real bad.
It was a murderer that escaped, and
Murderer.
they said
Okay.
they were around there. Now, I don't know. I was 15. I listened to the news about that far, but I do remember thinking, yeah, they said they were out there. Could that have happened to us? Maybe. But at 15, nothing happens to you. You're just invincible, and let's just do this. But that day I was like, let's go. Let's go. I'm done. I'm done. So, we're all meant to take a path, and
Mhm.
what we do within that path, I think we have that choice. Do we have that choice to be nice, to be mean, to be evil to somebody? Yeah, we have that choice. But we're given this one path, and what we do with it is kind of up to us. And that's just my opinion. Everybody has a different opinion. That's just mine.
Right.
Yeah, we're definitely given that choice. Like, you could be so good and then something can trigger you or something can happen. You have to make a choice and you're like, I'm normally not that person. But on that day, you had to make some type of choice and you have to choose it. but it's still up to you. Like you said, it's all still in your hands what you're going to do about it.
I think your future's written to a point, but you still have the power to do what you're going to do with it. That's like, okay, yes, I believe in this or I believe in that. And I know this is the teachings for this or that, but I'm going to take this path right now. That whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. Something was off with the living and we weren't safe.
We weren't safe.
Eileen,
You guys
babe,
have
are you done?
spirit guides.
Are you done with your stuff, hon? Can you get back on?
Let's see
or
your
what's going on?
award.
Yeah, I was
Did
gonna
you get
say-
your
I was gonna
award?
say, what was the reason? Oh, that's right. She had the award. Yeah,
She has the award
mind's
night.
all over the place.
Show Nick the pictures.
You're done? Come on. Come back
come
on
on.
with us.
What'd you win?
What? Yeah, this I got to see.
That's okay.
What pictures
It's
was
okay.
You did win because you're part
You're
of
still
us.
a winner. Mm-hmm. You were winning in that dress.
Wait,
You
she said
won
she
something,
didn't
but
win.
we're not going to talk about that.
She was winning in that dress. It was winning.
And it's things like this. It's people like this. It's Eileen. It's Shannon. It's the PAX. It's Jeremy. He knows. I mean, it's all of us that have been around each other. It's Nick knows that anybody fucks with him and I'm going to kill him, but that's a whole different story. But, you know, everybody's around us knows that, you know, they can come home. They can come back to us and everything's fine. Lord knows Jan and I have been through hell and back. And, you know, it's home. When you decide to give up your bullshit, act right, you come back home. Nobody thinks twice. I don't care what you done. I don't care what you said. It's over. You come back home. And there's only a few people you can do that with.
No.
And those are the people that you stay close to because, you know, there's a lot of other people you think you can do that with. And then they're like, you know, going around talking shit to other people about whatever it is they're doing. But that's a whole different story. Hell, I haven't had that in a long time. I don't pay attention to it, but I'm getting out of this outfit. Eileen, get out of that fucking outfit and get your ass on here where you belong.
She just walked in.
Walk in, get your fucking t-shirt on, get your damn shorts on,
I
and
was
act like
gonna
you're
say-
supposed to. Get your ass on the show.
Adrian, I was about to say when you said to tell her just get that dress off, I just want to say, well, at least Blair put a shirt on.
Put on a shirt
Well,
first.
It comes
Hey,
that you need to
pickle
put that
Tom.
shirt on.
Hi, Tom.
Anything
What's
else
up,
gonna
Tom?
have to be private.
She's
Karen,
probably
he-
Waving.
What?
I don't know.
Whoa!
What the
What
hell
does that mean?
what the hell is that?
I'm sorry.
Pinky? Pinky? Pinky, right?
Hold on, I'm looking it up
Is
right
it pinky
now.
waving? Hello.
This has nothing to. Never mind. Nope. Mm-mm.
Wait, how does Dr. Evil do it? Does he do that?
It just says
Oh, okay.
pink wave and
Okay.
abundance. of-
Okay. It's supposed to be okay. That makes
Oh.
sense.
Oh, okay, yeah.
An emoji. Okay, we didn't see
I was
the
just about
emoji.
to say what it says. There's something called pink wave.
Okay, I see what it is. The hand itself is actually pink.
Yeah, and they say a pink wave is also means it's an abundance of female candidates for political office given during a given election or a certain period,
Okay.
and or a surge of voters supporting women candidates.
Thank you. Or how the
Sure,
sign. Thank
okay.
you.
So speaking of Jan, newsflash, she's going to be moving down here, hopefully. But
She is?
real soon.
Really?
Yes. So that's going to be fun. We're probably going to end up killing each other and then reviving each other. You know, that's how that works. But this is how we wave in this.
You know what? Tom, I got to just ask really quickly when you say you're just waving. were you waving with pink fingernails?
That's this, isn't it?
Eileen, there she is.
Eileen.
I'm gonna have to stroke my feet. I was in stilettos for 4 hours. 3 hours. Whatever.
Ooh,
Just- In the hair.
Okay, guys, I got to put a kid to bed.
Oh no, Adrian. I get on because Mama said to, so you're staying on.
It's like 14 minutes past our time.
Yeah, it is.
So, whether you won or not, you did win because you're a part of us. So, obviously, you're a winner.
Well, hold
That's the
on.
way that
Before
works.
you leave, I want to tell you about this investigation that we did. So, things weren't going kind of as planned. We got stuck in the mud getting to the house. Something just didn't feel right. The house was supposed to be vacant. It wasn't vacant. They were renovating and all. We were investigating where the land or the house that a cemetery of a serial killer was. And
Right.
so we go to the grave and we ask we put our stuff, our equipment on the grave of the serial killer. And we said, are we safe staying the night there? If not, light the equipment up. We had been there like 40 minutes. Nothing had gone off. And the millimeter went to like a 1 point something. And then I said, okay, let's make sure it wasn't a fluke. If we're not safe staying the night here, light it up again. It went to a 2 point something. I said, if we have to worry about the living, light it up. It went to a 5 point something. Yeah, it took us still a long time after that. Finally, we kind of packed up and left.
Wow.
Yeah. So, we're going to be doing that not this coming weekend, but the next weekend because, like, Christmas got in the way and this guy kind of sort of canceled. He wanted me to come Christmas Eve, and I said no. And I'm still kind of leery about going there, but we will see. We'll see. I've actually got someone going with me that is an empath as well and a psychic medium, so hopefully. But yeah, I kind of get the same feeling off of that, so we'll see what happens.
Well,
I
the
don't know.
town is like a population of like 800 people, and during the interview, one of the things they said, well, over and the town's pretty much made of this family. They go, oh, like over half of the family has a felony rap sheet a mile long, including murder. Most people in the family get away with murder here. That's when we're like, yeah,
Yikes.
no, okay, nope.
That's
And
where
I
I'd say
thought
bye.
Chicago was that. I thought Chicago was always that city. that-
Sarah, have a good night, hon. Thank you for
Oh,
joining
good night,
us.
Sarah.
Always
Good night,
love
Sarah.
having you here.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah,
Hey,
I always
Nick.
thought-
Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead first. Go ahead.
I met a dude at the bar the other night. That's like a country song. But I met a dude at a bar the other night, him and his girlfriend. His girlfriend was from Boston and he was from Chicago and he beat me at darts. So I kept going to him. I said, what's up, Illinois?
Oh my God.
Action.
Okay, guys. I have got to get off of here
Brad.
and attempt to. I don't
No,
know,
we're not
make
talking for the
something
next
make
7
sense.
hours.
So, Brad, next 7 hours, bud, get your ass on here.
We'll all go, and you can just stay on for the next 7 hours.
There
You can say
you
whatever the
go.
hell
You
you.
can run the show, buddy.
You know what? Jill, I just want to point this out. Jill, if I may just say this briefly, Jill and I, we were on a phone call a few nights ago. And you guys are going to find this hard to believe. We were actually on the phone. What originally began as just like a few minutes. I think this is the longest phone call.
We're gonna blow you away.
We were on the phone for, I'm not joking, 8.5 hours.
We had a
Holy
really
crap.
good
Me and
talk though.
Jill. What?
We had a really good talk though.
We did. It was
I
like,
hope so.
it was like
Hey.
after 6 o'clock my time over here when I called her. And then after, because see, I was originally calling her just to let her out, offer if she wanted to be a co-host for Fear Fans. That escalated into different conversations, and we didn't get, well, for my time zone, we didn't get off till it was like 3:30 in the morning for me, from 6 o'clock in the evening to 3:30.
That's
I didn't have to work the next morning, so that was a good thing.
And that's okay, because that's how you become family. That's
Yeah.
how we are the way we are. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, no, seriously, like, no,
Husband
on the
phone for
serious
8
side,
hours,
though.
you can't be on the show. Brad,
What?
Brad.
He's just jealous.
Yeah, I know he is, but no, but on the serious
Brad.
side, though, I mean, Jill and I, we had this.
Numerous conversations like that where it lasted several hours.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, on the
Oh,
serious
there
side,
was
me and
times
Jill-
I would come home at 1 a.m, which was not 1 a.m. for Jeremy.
Yeah,
But I would call him until 3 or 4 of my time. So yeah, there's
that's how it was in this case with me and Jill. I mean, it's like, again,
Yeah.
trying to be. It was just. It was a really good conversation. I mean, we were talking different things. I mean, we would be talking about fun and really funny stuff to even things that, we don't really talk too often about, to others.
and
So,
that's perfect, because like all the way up here, while I'm driving here to Colorado, I'm talking to Eileen going, what the fuck am I doing? Eileen, what the fuck am I doing?
Eileen's the kind of person you tell that to.
Well,
Yeah.
Don't watch me take my makeup off.
the thing is, we are family, and people think that we're just
One
a
time I was
show,
on the
that
phone
we're
with you and Jan, and you were trying to
that's
go
not.
to
We
Remember that?
are family.
Adrian. You remember that?
But
I was on the phone. I was on the phone with you and Jan, I think it was, and you two were getting ready to drive through a tornado.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
Oh.
hell yeah. We called you going, oh my God, can you see the TV? Because we don't know where we're going. None of our husbands give a shit about what's going on. Where are we? And we ended up having to pull over in a Dairy Queen, which if anybody's seen a Dairy Queen, they're all glass and we're in a tornado. It was
We have
great.
one just nearby us, and it's the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So when we talk about we are really family, we really are. I mean, there is.
Heck, I'm taking my makeup off with y'all.
Well, to point out, and we probably have said this before, or maybe I have, is that to add to that family aspect is we may all come, well, with the exception of me and Jerry, because I'm only 3.5 hours away from Jeremy. We may all live in different states, but that doesn't stop us from being a family.
No.
Right. It doesn't. And there's not anybody that if something happened, I couldn't call and say, what the fuck do I do? I mean, like, I can't think right now. Talk to me. What do I do? Because when you're in that situation, you can't think. But somebody else can, looking in and knowing you, can think.
Mhm.
There's not anybody that I've seen on this chat tonight that, except for maybe Tom, I don't know who that is, but
That's Tom Nally, Pickle Tom, I always call him.
Tom
okay.
McNally.
He's one of the runners of BB3 TV.
Okay, so I do know who that is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there's not anybody on this show tonight that I wouldn't feel comfortable saying, their family, what the hell is going on right now? Or call them and say, hey, what's going on with you? Let's talk about this, because this isn't you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything like that. That's what this is all about. It's not, let's see who can outdo somebody in the paranormal. Let's see who can be a better medium. Let's see who can. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter, because anybody who's actually a good medium, or anybody who's actually been in this field, if they want to talk to you, they're going to. Whether you think you're a medium or not, they're going to talk to you.
Right.
Whether you think you're an empath or not, you do feel other people if you want to. It's not a gift. It's what you want to develop.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's there for everybody. Use it. If somebody's making fun of you for using it, screw them.
Yeah.
That's it. It's part of life. That's what you're meant to do.
I almost forgot to mention this earlier. Well, excuse me, not earlier. What we were just saying about, how big our family's gotten. Well, when look on my side of the picture when it comes to families, that I've been helping to expand that family for us, for the international connections. I'm telling you guys right now, I haven't even really, I don't want to say exactly who it is, but it's still someone pretty special. For example, like you look at like a continent like Africa, like for the longest time, it was just Chantel that was always following us from Africa. Well, now I'm starting to see a new African connection from Africa following a lot of what we're doing. So we are growing, whether people know it or not. And
we are
fortunate enough to help make it grow.
It just
absolutely. You've done an amazing job with your role in what we're doing. That it's awesome. Everybody that has a role in this has excelled. Jill has become part of the family. Like it's like, where in the hell did she come from? But I couldn't picture her not being here.
I'll say this about Nick too. Not only, yes, all that's great, but I have seen Nick blossom in the past year. Truly blossom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And like, I've known Nick for 3 years now, and it's only been a year that I've known anything about him having autism. I would have never known, ever. And that's what I teach my son all the time. I'm like, look, do you see that? And he's like, yeah, but I don't think he has that. I'm like, yes, he does. And you can be this. This is what you can be if you decide to act like a human instead of whatever it is you're acting like. Stop it. But, and it's things like that. Everybody is put in somebody's life for a reason. And there is a reason. You just have to find what it is. I can't think of, 2 years ago, I was with a whole different group. And I know now why I was put with that group and why I'm not now with that group. But we all learned a lesson. And we were meant to learn that lesson. There's a reason for everything. I look back on pictures with Eileen and Shannon just a little over a year ago. And now, I can't picture my life without them.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That's the way
like I was telling
telling
someone they got married fairly quickly, and they're like, I know it's ridiculous. I said, no, when you get older, it's not just marriages, it's friendships. It's, just, even close acquaintances. When you know. We're done with all the games. We've gotten older. When you know.
Yeah. Think about it. How many people that we know have we lost in the last couple of years? And it's not even people that you maybe know that well, but you know of who they were, or have friends that know them real well. It could be any of us at any time. Right. Jeremy put that in front of us a year ago real well. It could be any of us.
Yeah.
It could happen, and it could happen that quickly. So, and we're looking at people we have lost just this year. Well, last year. We haven't lost too many this year. But
did y'all hear that
started?
Lisa Marie Presley died?
Yeah, we saw that. We were talking
that
about
tonight when Ernie said something about that. I had no idea. I've been following it today, but I didn't know.
I just happened to look down my phone and saw it. Was like, holy crap.
All over.
Any of them left?
We were just talking about a few minutes prior, saying that she was in the hospital. In that I had heard, she had been put into a coma. And then maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes later, Ernie said she died.
And
is there
any from a heart attack or?
They said that she had a heart attack, cardiac arrest.
Is there any?
But she had a pulse when she went to the hospital, and that's the last thing that they actually verified.
Are there any of them left now? Or was she it?
Just
No,
her
she was it.
kids.
Yeah.
There's
Or
three
Pris-
children. Priscilla.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, let me take that back. Yeah.
And Lisa Marie also has 3 children left.
So the grandkids of Elvis Presley now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
So I
did
knew
she,
one of her sons died. I just didn't know.
Yes.
now did she still live in? Because I know obviously Elvis lived, most of his life in Mississippi. Did she still live in Mississippi prior to her death?
No,
Well,
she,
I know she was the heir, the only heir to his estate.
He left Mississippi and went to Memphis. And to Graceland and all that. And I know she would still stay at Graceland, but not very often. I don't know where she actually lived. Remember, she was married. Wasn't she married to Michael Jackson at one point, or were they just?
She was.
Yeah.
Oh well, she was married,
And
but it
Nicolas
was
Cage.
a setup thing. Yeah, she was.
It says here she
but-
died. It looks like she didn't. She died in California.
Okay. Yeah. I was about
So
to say.
she did live in California. Yeah,
I
but
knew she
she owned
moved.
all of that.
her last public
Didn't have a
appearance
will.
was 2 days
Now
ago.
what?
Yeah, her. And Jill, correct me if I'm saying this wrong, since you're from the state. Calabasas. California?
Calabasas.
Oh,
Yeah,
so that's right outside of Los
Calabasas, yeah.
Angeles.
Yeah, it's in the San Fernando Valley.
San Fernando Valley.
Valley
Okay.
County.
That's funny. I was just watching the docu-series about the real what was it called? The Bling heist. Where they robbed Paris Hilton and Orlando and all that, Orlando Bloom, and it was teenagers. They made a movie about it, but I was actually today, and during work and all, I was kind of watching it for background noise, but I was actually just watching that, and they were from Calabasas.
Mm.
So that's the LA area.
I
What,
don't know. My son,
Jeremy?
yes, he's autistic. He's a lot higher on the scale than Nick is, but I'm not going to hold him any less accountable. I'm not. He is very capable of saying, oh, wait, I'm supposed to do this, but you know what? I'm not going to do this because I might not get caught. So, yeah, fuck you. Oh, no. So we're having that battle right now. And
Oh
he's
boy.
4 months from being 18.
Oh,
I'm not trying him out in the world being an asshole the way he's being. So, yeah, it's holding people accountable. It's people that are my age that are raising younger kids. We're raising them the way we were raised. Now, whether that's good or bad in this world, I don't know. But we were held accountable for what we did. And that's why we're the way we are.
having my granddaughter move in with me, I give kudos to anyone who's in their 40s or above that have young children, because it was not meant for me to be around a 2-year-old at 43, because it is so much different at 43 than it was 24, 25, even 30.
I don't know
But,
what it's going to be like to me that if I ever have
generations.
my own kids.
Like, it's not one generation. It's like skips 5 generations of things that we learned that we didn't learn, that like they're learning. I'm learning at work that I don't know shit about computers. And
Yes,
I'm having
I
to
used
learn.
to be very smart on computers, and now I don't know shit.
Yeah. Right. What the hell is OneNote? Really? Notepad. Okay, I get it. What the hell is OneNote, and why
They're
do I
like,
need to learn this shit?
Well, put this in SharePoint. Put this in OneDrive. Put them.
What?
You found it.
No, you put it in here and I will access the information. Got that? Okay.
Give me a
let's do
link to
this.
get to it.
But yeah, here I am doing OneNote training for 10 hours. We'll see. But my kids, my grandkids, they're not going to get what everybody else gets of, oh, you want to be a man, you do that. You want to be a female, you do. No, look down your damn, what are you? That's what you are, because you're not going to tell me any different. That's it. I'm too old for that bullshit.
Look, we even have an AI program that if you contact our office and we can't get to the phones, we have an AI program that will start texting with them. And people have actually her name's Elise. People will ask Elise out on dates, thinking she's a real person.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that's okay. That's human. That's human nature. That's great. What's not okay is I'm going to go out here. I identify as not male, not female. I identify as an animal. What did you just
A
say?
unicorn.
Yeah.
The gorilla
What
for Gorilla Glue.
Okay. Prove to me your DNA. Okay. Let's show me you're a pig. If you are, I'll treat you like one. Until then,
Oink oink.
get your little
Oink, oink.
corkscrew shit
Or-
back in your pants and let's move on with life. Exactly. No. Put your corkscrew back in your pants, move on with life until you can show me that you walk on all fours and you can actually do what pigs do. Yeah, I'm too old for this bullshit. Not doing it. No.
I remember
But-
when my kid was a toddler, like the little kids, he played with other little kids his age, and they were like, I'm a doggy. And they're just like, ruff, ruff. And they're like a dog all day long. And you're just like,
Yeah.
go eat your food. And you're like, okay, puppy, go eat your food, please. You know,
And
like, you
yeah,
almost have to do it just so they'll listen to you.
Sometimes you even had to put the food on the ground.
Yeah.
My kids did that too.
Well,
You
I
could put
did
it
that,
on
but
a
it
plate or
was
bowl,
not-
but
yeah, I did that, but it was not because they thought they were. It's because they acted like one.
Yeah.
Got it. You want to act like a damn here?
You
Eat that out of the
know,
bowl.
I'm just gonna tell them they
No,
decide that
Grandma, I
they
don't
want.
want to do that. All right, then act like you're human. Get your ass up at that table and eat like you got some manners. You got me? Yes, Grandma.
You know what? If someone decides, like, if that was my kid and they started acting like the gorilla from Gorilla Glue, well, then you get your ass out there and provide the glue for them. Because,
That's it.
and if worse comes to worse, if you got to be the gorilla from Glue, you got to be the glue. Then you got to stick to it.
I did stop my kids because it got. I'm like Jill. It kind of got annoying after a while, so I
Yeah.
stopped them because they would act like a dog and all. And so we'd sit down to eat, and they would sort of expect me to put the food down. I said, I don't feed my animals table scraps.
I think I was bad too. I reacted badly. I was like, okay, then go outside and go find some food. You need to go outside then, and if you're not going to eat my dinner, then go outside, open the door, and go look for your food. Go hunt it down. And he's like, I was kidding. I'm not a dog anymore. I'm your son. Don't make me go outside. I felt so
We
bad.
still-
afterwards.
Yeah, right. You are
We
my
still-
son, which means you are human. Act right.
We still
Yep.
pick on my second youngest when he was probably about 4 or 5, whatever, and he did something bad and I was fixing to pop his butt. He would run down the hallway, cover his hand with one hand, turn around and look at us with the other and go, easy, mama, easy.
Oh, wow.
I had one
Wow.
like that. Yeah, that's a little difficult to spank their butts. Yeah.
Because then you're like, I can't do it anymore. Then one time he got in timeout at school, and I don't know who all listens to country, but he got in timeout at school, and I used to sing to him every night, and I never realized he paid attention. So he went to the teacher, sat in her lap, and played with her hoop earrings, and he would sing. It was Reba McEntire's "I'll Be," where it says "I'll be your shoulder when you need someone to cry." So he
Aw.
started singing. Yeah, he got out of timeout real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's suave. He's real suave.
Wow.
Oh no, my son, who is now 23, yeah, he got kicked off the bus in kindergarten for singing. I don't know who all knows Rodney Carrington, but he started singing not only "Dear Penis," but he started singing.
Show them to me.
No, it was it was a Mexican song where he would it was Rodney Carrington was talking about, short guys having bad in the bedroom where tall guys can just walk in and sit down, and there it is. But the short guys have to be creative. Carlos, Man of Love. That's what it was. And this boy started singing both of those on the bus and got kicked off the bus because I would clean house to that. So yeah.
It's like you're proud, but then it'll make you laugh and you're proud for a second, but you're like, wait, that's not what good parents are supposed to do. That's what
No.
be like, that's hilarious.
Now, everybody knows I love my youngest son. I mean, I love them all, but everybody knows I love him. And he'll go around, he'll tell people, I love St. Dominic's Hospital. People like, and he's done this for like 5-6 years. They're like, you love a hospital. How do you love a hospital? He goes, man, if it wasn't for St. Dominic's, I wouldn't be here. He goes, my mama was going to have her tubes tied after my older brother, and they wouldn't do it because it's a Catholic hospital. So I love me some St. Dominic's.
Oh man.
I love
something else. They do not give up on that bullshit. My son
No.
still, to this day, he's like, Mom, I'm Carlos, Man of Love. I'm like, "Oh, you're a little retard. You need to quit. But yeah, he's also, well, I'm completely Viking. That's all my bloodline is. And his dad is 100% Indian, Cherokee and Choctaw. So he's like, I got some of the shit from my white mama, but other than that, I'm my daddy. I'm like, boy, you ain't shit.
See, I do feel that with kids, I mean, you can pick on. So y'all, you guys,
Oh.
you know that I don't just pick on y'all. It's my boys too.
Mhm.
Because I'll tell him. I think Seth will be 21 Monday, and when Seth turned 18, I looked over at Logan. So that was 3 years ago. So Logan was 12. I looked over at him on Seth's birthday. I said, "What was I thinking?" He looked at me because he knew exactly what I meant. He said, "Gee, thanks, Mom." I said, "I'd be an empty nester now."
Wow.
Damn, I didn't know you had a son that old.
Baby, my oldest is 27, I think.
No,
My
I
son,
know. But,
oh,
you don't look like that, so we're gonna leave it right there.
Yeah. I can't. I was telling that to Nick one day that I should have a 27-year-old. My first love, my ex that died a year ago. He and I, that happened, but it, didn't live. So it's like
Right.
I always remember that. So it's like on my birthday.
Yeah.
Then I sort of do my own celebration because I should have he would have been 27 in February as well. So, like people
No,
don't
he wouldn't
really
have
know
been.
that, but
He is.
it's your angel baby,
yeah.
some of
And
us
he
have it.
is 27, and he
He
does
is.
know who you are, and he is
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah, and I feel him all the time. So it's like it's
Yeah.
something that it just is with me always. And a lot of people, like when we look at family pictures, are like, I can see this little orb next to you all the time, and I'm like, oh, I know who that is. That's my baby.
He's on your
Oh.
left. Most of the time, you're on camera.
Yeah,
But
he's always
wait a
with
minute.
me.
Wait a minute. I guess it would be your right if you're got your camera backwards. Okay.
Is this my
that
right?
your
I don't know which
hand
one's
up?
my right. I don't
Hold
know
your
which
right
one's
hand up,
Hold
Jill.
that hand up again.
No, I already messed up.
No,
I
hold
go,
your
is
hand
this
up
my
again.
right?
Well, hold on. This is
Okay.
the way I do it, Jill. Are you
Right.
right-handed
Yep.
or left-handed when you write?
I'm right-handed.
So the way I always have, I still to this day don't ask me why. And I know my right and left, but every now and then when I go my right, I'll start writing, so I know. Okay, this is my right.
You do this. What is it?
I always do the opposite. Everyone goes turn left, and I go the other way. They go, I said you're left, the other left, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
It's about
Jill.
like cooking 3-hour ramen noodles. There you go.
Okay, I got to get off here in a minute, but Jill, when your baby passed, did you have a name for him?
I do. Hmm.
Did it start with an A?
No, but there is an A in it. Hmm.
I keep I don't know why, and I never saw him before you said
Mhm.
this, and I don't actually see him. It's more of a mental thing. I don't
Mhm.
actually see a picture of him, but the A, it is real prominent on your right side.
Yeah. Oh, he's always with me. That's why I said like sometimes I'll feel my hair touched and I know it's him
He's also very,
touching my hair.
he's like, he's funny.
Hmm.
Like he likes to make jokes or
Mhm.
come in when something's funny. He's not like real serious. He's not like he wants to join into anything that's sad.
Mhm.
He's like right there when it's funny.
Oh
And
yeah,
he adds
definitely.
to that funny.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks, Adrian.
Yeah. I haven't lost a child, but I usually don't see them. I don't see anybody who's lost a child ever. I see people, but it's like they were always alive. Like they never
Mhm.
passed. They were always right there. So a lot of times I'll see people with somebody next to them that I don't know who they are, but it's like, okay, there's a male or a female,
Mhm.
next to you. What are they doing? And most of the time the people know exactly what they're doing, why they're there, and who they are.
Mhm.
But that's
Mhm.
Nick, what do you have on your chest, dude?
It's just my phone.
Oh,
I just have it connected. It's connected. It's charging right now.
I've been in Colorado too long because that did not. Never mind.
Oh well, you know
I'm
what?
not
I
going
was
to
actually
tell you
just
what
gonna
that looks
say.
like.
I was actually just gonna say.
You
to
thought it
guys,
was a vapor?
what I was just gonna say
Yeah.
right before. I mean, this was an hour ago, but Terry Wilson just marked herself safe during the tornadoes across central Alabama. Didn't that affect your in Mississippi too, Eileen, or was it just Alabama?
We had some threats, but it ended up bypassing at least Central. I think like Donald and Rebecca got, it might not have been tornadoes, but I think they got some massive storms. We had a lot of wind gusts, but we didn't get any storms.
Yeah,
Terry,
I'm
I definitely need to text Terry, make sure she's okay after all
I was
this is
going to do the
over.
same thing too because
Yes.
they ravaged across central Alabama, and you go on the Facebook page now, like they're requesting. There's multiple messages. The most recent one here, it says here, it's really short. I'm a mom of 4 kids and we lost our house to the tornado and don't have anything. If anyone could help us, it would be greatly appreciated. That's in
Okay,
town of Selma.
Nick, if you're seeing that and you're on that page, please get them a hold of me or Zach. We can help, and that's what Zach does. So get them a hold of us so that we can at least get them stable. We can't
What
get them everything
cities
they
did it
need,
hit?
but
I haven't.
Oh
We were
my
running
God.
ragged today because we were closing early so we could go home and get dressed. What city or what area did it hit? I know you said Central, but
This right now it looks like from what I'm seeing, I'm scrolling through. The mother said that was in the town of Selmont. Let's see where else. This video, they're showing videos too of the storm on another town that's similar. It's called Selma, Alabama. And another from obviously it was an outbreak, so it's not just one town. It's
these
there's a
sound like
video,
they might be small towns, right? And they could be right there together, real small towns.
video
Yeah.
here of a large damaging tornado crossing Highway 61 south of Greensboro. It looks like so what I'm seeing looks like the hardest hits were Greensboro and Selma.
okay. Since you're able to talk to them, let them know we can help them. Ask them if it's okay, and then just send us their information, and we'll do what we can for them. We'll put them on our page and we'll do what we can.
Yeah, I'm just going through. There's what I'll tell you what I'm also going to do too, Adrian, is I think there's basically a link to it. If you like, I could send it to you too, because there's going to
Yes, please.
there's a lot of other people here that are requesting help. There's
Yeah,
one from
absolutely.
some of the other towns, Montgomery, Billingsley,
Oh, Montgomery's a big town.
Prattville. Looks like one of the tornadoes was just, I don't think that, well, this is kind of unusual, but apparently one of them already rated one of the tornadoes. It was an EF3 on the scale. But yeah, it looks like multiple towns have been hit.
Yeah, Montgomery is
Send
where
me the
Hank
link.
Williams Sr.'s buried.
Yeah, send me the link. We will do what we can for them tomorrow morning.
Yeah, Montgomery is straight across from Selma.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my sister used to live there.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to send you the link right now.
Brad, I'll talk to you. I love you. Just don't take that to heart because I will kill you. But I love you.
He's recording it right now.
Oh,
Yeah, he knows. He's going to say it over and over and over again.
I'm
Brad,
into 40
love you.
minutes.
All right. I'm fixing to go get this hairspray on my hair and put my feet in a foot bath because my feet are
Yes,
killing me.
definitely.
Adrian, I just sent you the link.
I got it. Okay. Thank you. Guys, I'm going to get off here. Anybody needs anything, you know where I'm at.
Yep.
Let's
All right.
let's get off here and do what we can. And Brad, you might be safe for another week.
I don't know if you're still watching or not.
Keep
Yeah,
running.
no one's really said anything for
Yeah,
a while.
he
Yeah.
will watch because if he heard that I said something nice about him, he will replay it over and over and over and over again.
All you got to do is say, Brad loves Starbucks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Brad, Starbucks rules, bud.
We all want our
Good night,
Starbucks cup.
Thank you for
Uh,
joining us.
Rich.
See everybody next week. Let's see what we can do to help everybody that's in this storm.
And
Mhm.
also, just so you guys know, too, in case you guys want to tune in, Don and I are going to be on Emily's show tomorrow night. So,
Send me a link.
yeah,
Yes,
I mean, I'll be,
send me
I'll
the
be on the
link.
show, but send me a link. What time is it?
I think it's like 8 o'clock our time. I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look, but
7 or
I,
yeah, okay.
I'm gonna say
Send me
this
the
right
link.
now.
Yes.
Emily said she's really nervous about this show. It's not because of us, but it's because how much she's really expanded to like her show. Because apparently she's going to get like a lot of listeners. Like I don't know if
Emily who?
Emily
Men's house.
Emily, babe, you got this. You know better than this shit. Knock
that's-
it off. You got
That's what
this.
I told her
She's
Well, this-
broadcasting on radio.
Tell her to
on radio.
Oh my god. Tell her to
Send
just
me-
message me. What the hell? She's got this.
Let-
She is good. Get your shit together. Let's get this done. You're awesome. Do it.
Send me the link. I might have to catch. I don't know how long it is, but I might miss about 30, 40 minutes of it if it's more than an hour.
Yeah, definitely.
Emily-
I think
Emily's
it's going
my
to be both
sweetheart.
video and radio.
She's got
Okay,
this.
cool. All right. I love y'all.
Love you. Good night, guys.
Night.
Good
Night.
night, everybody.
Night.
All right.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock your time tomorrow.
Yeah, I figured it was.
Yeah, because her show comes. My show is only supposed to be an hour, and hers comes on right after that.
Right.
But my show, I guess, is actually going to go 2 hours because I think that's how long Melody wants to go.
Exactly. And that's why I remember you said we definitely would like to have Emily on, but that's, again, that goes right around the same time when you're doing 13th Dimension.
Yeah. Because I'll be on from 8 to 9. Well, I have it 8 to 9, but if she wants to go until 10, we'll go until 10.
Now, who do you have on for tomorrow night?
Melody Knapp,
Melanie Knapp. Okay.
she
And what is she part of?
Ghost Finders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's in there real tight with Rob Thomas and Dan Class.
Oh yeah, with Daniel Class. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be meeting up with Daniel in a few months. Well, depending what Paracons he's going to this year. But there's usually every once in a while we always will see him at least one Paracon.
hmm Yep. I met up with Daniel and Rob at DeadCon.
Yeah. See, the first Paracon that I have for this year that because I've ridden in, even though obviously I'm, there's no way that I can go to every single one, or I think for most of us, I don't think there's any way we could always go to every single one. But the first Paracon that I came across was I wrote it. This I can already tell you right now. The first one, I already know that there's no way I can go to, but I wrote it down anyway. It's called the Hanover. I think it's called the Hanover Paracon. Problem is that one's out in Virginia. So, and it's like January 21st, which is unusual for a Paracon to start because most Paracons usually don't start during this time of the year. So I already said there's no way we're going to be going out to Virginia for it. So the next one that surprisingly is going to be here in Chicago, but again, I don't think I'm even going to make it to this one because this one only has limited amount of tickets. It's the Paranormal Unity at the R Theater here in Chicago, which is February 10th to the 12th. But again, they have these very limited tickets, so I may have to say a no to it. So as far as I'm concerned, the first one that I know I will be going to will be the Spirits of the Spring 2023. That's going to be the one held by the Shadow Hunters, including Greg Koss. And that one's up in Wisconsin, and that's on April 22nd. And that's also the one Greg Bakken is supposed to be going to as well. So if given the chance, I might be running into hanging out with Greg again like I did at Parasicon last year in Mansfield.
Okay.
And then there's several more that follows, but I don't want to say just yet that I'm going to every single one. So we'll see how the year progresses.
Are you writing them in your calendar though? Like just keeping dates?
Yeah. So what I'm doing, this is basically sorry, I lost my grip. This is basically the list right here. I know you guys can't really see it, but this is all the Paracons that I know about, at least for now. That list is probably going to grow. There is one other Paracon in between the Paranormal Unity Con in Chicago and the Spirits in the Spring, and this is again one I can't go to, but I still wrote it down anyway, just so I'm aware about it. And that's the Appalachian Paracon on that's on March 18th, and that's going to be in I think that's supposed to be in okay, now I'm actually curious because it's like I heard about it before. Appalachian Paracon.
What state's the Appalachian one in?
That's in Parker. Okay, I just found it. That's what I was looking for. That's going to be in Parkersburg, West Virginia. Which I'm not sure how far compared to when I went to Point Pleasant. I'm not sure how far that is from the Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky border. So I got a feeling. I got a feeling it's gonna be further out.
Is that where there's like a lot of Bigfoot sightings?
I wouldn't be surprised if there was. Oh wait, okay, wait, no, I wasn't sure how far. I wasn't sure exactly how close it was. You know what? Yes, I did. It's okay, so it is right near the Ohio West Virginia border, but it's further up north. West Virginia, Point Pleasant is more southwestern, so it's way further up in Wood County.
There's something there, huh? There's like, is there a howler? There's something there.
There is. I do remember hearing about, because obviously with West Virginia, with the mountainous hillsides and stuff like that, I never really. Maybe I did hear that there was some Bigfoot encounter that did occur in Parkersburg. I'm not entirely sure, but even if there wasn't, I wouldn't be. Even if I didn't know, I wouldn't be surprised if they had stuff going on in that part of the state. In fact, I think that might be where. No, that's further central West Virginia. I was thinking if the town of Salem was in that area, but I think that's further northeast. And the reason why I brought up not the same Salem as we know,
Okay,
from
not
not that
Massachusetts.
one. No, but that was where, however, there was a Mothman sighting that did occur in Salem. It's about 100 miles north of Point Pleasant.
Okay.
That was, in fact, I think one of the first sightings that occurred, because that was where a man named Merle Parridge said he saw glowing red eyes out in his farm. And it was right around the time when the Scarberry Millette incident occurred with the two couples that drove and they encountered the Mothman down in Point Pleasant. And originally they took it off as, like, when they reported to the police, they thought it was, nothing more than a teenage prank. But when Merle Parridge had his encounter, he phoned the police himself, and then next thing you know, it was all over the place. So I thought for a second that Salem was in was near Parkersburg, but that's further northeast.
Yeah.
The red eyes.
Well, and one other thing to point out too is that what makes the two sightings connected with those particular sightings of Mothman was on the night that Merle Partridge saw the red lights, the eyes. His German Shepherd went missing, never to be seen again. Apparently, what I remember was he had a large German Shepherd, went by the name of Bandit, and the dog immediately began barking at the red lights that he saw.
He chased
after it out into a field that was adjacent to the farmhouse. The dog was never seen again. However, around the time when the Scarberry Millette incident occurred, when they were trying to run off from seeing the Mothman, as they were driving, they saw something on the road, and to them, it looked like a big German Shepherd lying on the street. And they didn't really take much, not notice, but they didn't take too much attention to it because they were being chased by the Mothman. But then when they decided to go back, the dog was gone. And that's when they all got kind of scared, but there wasn't anything else they could do because they thought they were being attacked. And then right after that, the dog then was never, I should have said it then. Then the dog was never seen again. No trace of that dog has ever been found.
Huh. Wow.
So I don't know if I'd say if he was an actual victim of the Mothman itself. He was just never found, nor did they ever recover the dog's body. But it's a real mystery, though.
He was dragged away by something. It's like an animal. Well, kind of like when an animal is killed and then they're scavengers and then they take the body away and they scavenge it.
Yeah. Well, and you think of a state like West Virginia, again, with all the wooded areas and the mountains and stuff like that. I mean, it's most likely that something tells me that, well, considering this was back in 1966, I mean, the dog obviously would be long dead. So obviously
that's why they didn't find him, because it's like the scavengers came and they
scavengers, or could have been eaten away by animal activity.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different theories of what possibly could have happened.
Yeah, there's no remnants left.
But consider I was over 55 years ago. What's going on, Joanne? Good to see you again.
We're just wrapping up.
Yeah.
We are. We've been on for 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah, and right after this, when I get off after this, I'm going to start putting the pieces of footage together so I can make the introduction. It's gonna look really cool. I can't
You're
wait.
gonna do your editing, your video editing?
The video editing, yeah. What we did when we were shooting this was because I know my experiences from as a film director, we shot it 3 different ways. Because like any film you make, you got to do more than just one shot. So we did it. Knowing that this was, wait, hang on 1 second. My laptop is just about to die. Give me 1 second here. Just got the notification. Thank goodness I got the cord right here.
You have a 3-hour mark of battery life.
Okay, there we go. Now we're good. But no, from my experiences as a director, you have to shoot it more than once. So considering that this was going to be a short video, we shot it 3 different times because we didn't want to basically shoot one time and then realize, okay, we got to shoot this again and rearrange everything. We did everything. I mean, it was multiple shots, but in the end, we all done it in one shot, and it was great. And like I said earlier, Jeremy, I mean, the smoke effect, it looked perfect on some of those shots we made. So
Can't wait to see the final.
and what I also did too, and see, I've already put down what I'm also doing, because considering that I'm going to be broadcasting this, and Jeremy, I was going to let you know on this. I put Things Network on it. I put down in association with Things Network or something else, because it's one of these projects that I want everybody to see.
Mhm.
So, but what I'm also doing too is I'm not only just adding, credits of the networks. I'm also, because again, it's, despite it looking like a film, even though it's just an introduction, it's more focused on my scary stories presented in the dark page. So what I'm also doing too is I'm adding credits to the books, but I have to still get permission, obviously, for the authors if I could use those titles. I mean, despite, being a huge fan, it's always probably best that you ask permission just to be on the safe side, which I can't see why not. But it's already looking great. I got the music in already. I got the title sequences. It's just only thing I just need now is just the footage, and I got it. So won't be long, guys. It's almost done.
Good. Cannot wait to see it.
I'm excited about it. I mean, serious. Every time when I'm working on it, I just want to just press that play button, just watch it again. It's awesome. And I finally figured out some, there was, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but for years I was always trying to figure out, because you see sometimes like horror films or like Halloween programs, like where you have something playing on the screen and then you have like the credits show up and they do that shaky kind of effect, almost like to give that kind of scary look to it. You know what I mean, right? When the
Blair
title's
Witch?
shaking. Wait, what?
About Blair Witch, like the camera or the editing?
The editing
Okay.
stuff. Like you'll have something, if you have like a title or something, you're trying to make it kind of like scary. Sometimes you make the
I know
title
about-
shaking away.
It's
Yeah.
not exactly a shaking, but it's more like a scratching type.
A scratch, yeah. There you go. I was always wondering for the longest time, how on earth do you do that? Because it looks so simple. But when I was looking it up, I can never really figure out how you could do it, because it didn't seem like it was that easy. But thank goodness for one particular program I've been using, which is Wondershare. I found out exactly how you could do that. Because before, when you added the shaking effect to the title, if you put it right on top of the title, right behind like your back, like underneath the background, it's going to cause the whole video to shake. That I just wanted the titles to shake and the video itself to just, be normal to it. And I figured out, not long after how you do it, and it's pretty simple. So when I finally figured it out and added that effect to the video, that's when I got excited.
Cool. I like that.
So, yeah. I might even be able to get it done by tonight. So we'll see.
You're so excited you're gonna get it done fast.
Yeah, because it's only just a few pieces of footage, like just a few minutes of it. And that's it.
Yeah.
But it'll take a while. I know.
Well, yeah, it's still going to take a while, but it's not going to take like days or anything like that. It will still take at least a few hours to put together. And also too, in spite of if you saw the video, if you guys did see what we did, the videos were shot in color, but I thought to add an even more creepier vibe to it, I'm going to add black. It's going to be put in black and white instead. But I am going to try to figure out that wave like I used to do with my pictures, where I had the black and white and then keep the color in it with like the red with my cloak. So I'm still learning that, but I might have figured how you can do that with a video. I've done it with photos before, but this is going to be my first time trying with a video.
Very Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah.
There you go.
The only problem was that Only problem I just got to say about shooting that whole thing, it was just too bad that I ended up setting the alarms, the smoke alarms off earlier today.
Oops.
All right. Well, what do you say we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably. There is something I just got to tell you quickly, Jeremy, but I'll wait until after we get to backstage.
So let's just tell everyone what is coming up this week for schedule.
Well, tomorrow I've got Melody Knapp on 13th Dimension, and then Don and I should be debuting Marks on Wrestling on Wednesday night.
Yes.
Yay.
And then, like I said earlier, I'll be on. Me and Dawn Elmy will be on Emily's show tomorrow night, discussing the Girl Scout murders that apparently was the inspiration for the movie Friday the 13th. But also before that, too, they already started last week, but I wasn't able to be on it then. But I'll also be back on the Frighteners tomorrow with Vivian, Lois, Dan, Ian, and Bry. So it'll be good to be back on that show too.
All right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
What about you?
I'm not sure what the schedule is next week. Yeah. Oh yeah, we have decided. We were gonna just talk about part 2.
Oh, of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right. More Freddy.
Yeah, I'm Fear fans.
So get your nightmares ready. Get your knives. Get your knives.
All right. Well, everybody out there that is still with us, thank you for playing along.
Jill, can you stick around too in the backstage afterwards too?
I can for a few minutes.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be that long.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Well,
everyone.
have a good night, everybody. See you next
Good
time.
night.